counterspell is a 3rd level. I'm just gonna do normal.
Okay.
I'm
then
counterspelling the counterspell.
Okay, and then the second cultist is going to counterspell your counterspell.
What is this double counterspell reach around?
It's a mechanic that's gonna make it so that we can't, as long as these cultists are around, we're never gonna be able to do anything.
We all fucking wasted our points anyway, so who cares?
Okay.
You feel... Okay, so she finishes her spell. You don't see anything. That's it.
I don't feel anything?
Nope.
Great, that's really scary. Cool.
And then she's gonna move to the side here. Mido, you are stunned.
Let me roll. What is it?
Roll a con save. Roll a con.
I got hit by 2 cones of cold red. That's why everything looks bad already.
Oh, okay.
That's a fail. You
So
are still
sorry.
stunned.
You not being here didn't affect that. That was just this is the fight that we're in right now.
The Bodak's turn. They are going to... You see these terrible creatures begin hobbling off of the platforms, and they jump down and begin making their way toward you. And they just stop here. I need both Sissel and Goff to make Constitution saves as their withering glare gazes toward you.
The what? Okay. I'm just gonna do that in roll 20.
Excuse me. 18.
You both save, so you take half damage. Each of you takes 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And that is their turns. Actually, no. You know what? Goff, nothing happened to you. It looked in your direction, but you didn't take any damage.
Why did Sissel damage what I did?
Sissel took damage because you'll see. Goff, it is your turn.
Well, things got really shitty, really bad, and Goff's already starting to panic. He just says, he looks around at everyone already fucked up, and he says, spread out. Use everything you have. Do not hold back. And, so all those guys on the side are up high, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the Necromancer being affected by the moss? Or is it just on him?
It's just on him.
Hey, also I forgot that I'm like 15 feet in the air and my concentration's on and I fell 15 feet, so whatever damage that is.
That's gonna be 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
So I'm gonna... Mel is trying to combo with me. He's currently being harassed by his family. If I use plant growth on someone and the moss on that guy, is there like a way that I could, would you DM rule it that I could use it in a different way than normally intended, or is it just gonna like? Because normally it's meant to like make difficult terrain.
We'll see what happens when you cast the spell.
I'm wondering for the future because I can't.
I'll decide when it's done.
Okay. Just for the okay. God, there's just nowhere really, there's like nowhere cool to go right now. I guess I'm going to spread out.
Where do you go?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Let me know what direction you
Is that cultist high up in the bottom of the south?
They're both flying. About 10 feet, 20 feet up in the air. 15 feet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move. I saw that the Bodaks tried to look at us funny, right?
Yeah.
So there's something going on with their eyes or their face.
Yeah.
I can just turn that.
I'm
gonna kind of cover them and look away, but I'm gonna move towards it. So I'm gonna get.
You can stop. As soon as you try to move forward, you run into an invisible wall of force.
Well, shit.
Fuck, God. And then, I don't know how wall force works, I'm a cleric. Okay, I just know that I know Sissel's used it before. Oh no, I saw Sissel use it once. How much space did it cover when we were in, Crankshaft?
Up to 100 feet is what I can cover.
And that's
how much I used.
way more than
that's if it's in a single wall.
If it's in a single wall.
As opposed to, like,
okay,
a sphere.
So, I can't go forward towards the Bodak. What happens if I go this way?
Which way? Stop. As soon as you try to move to the left, you hit a wall force.
So I'm trying to basically push my shoulder. Okay, what happens if I go this way?
No problem. Wall
This
force.
way? Wall force stops me?
It's a 10 by 10. You're getting the sense it's a 10 by 10 cube.
So we're in a cube right now.
Yeah, you and Roscoe.
Just me and Roscoe.
Just you and Roscoe.
Does that mean nothing can affect anyone outside of the cube?
Correct.
Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. I can't do anything about that. Can the people hear me?
Yeah.
I'll say, there's a force cube around us. Someone help. I don't. Sorry, I'm really flustered. This is incredibly stressful so quickly. I don't know.
The only thing that gets rid of it is disintegration, so...
Isn't it concentration?
There might be something else.
Is it a concentration spell?
You don't know what this is. It looks like a force-based
No,
spell.
not me. Would Sissel know that?
Sissel knows what it is, yes.
Sissel knows what a wall of force is, yeah.
Yeah.
Does she know if it's
But,
concentration? Is that
If this
okay.
if this is indeed a wall of force.
So nothing. I can't affect anything outside of this cube at all.
Correct.
All right. So even if I use a healing, a mass cure wounds,
It would hit you and Roscoe, and that's it.
okay. Well, now I have to look at my spells again. I had a plan, but now it's gone. This.
Oh god. Ignore that. That was me just freaking out about the rulers.
I
being
didn't even
different.
see it. I don't know, man. I guess I'll just do something to help. Sorry, you really fucked me up with this cue.
I know,
I'm,
man.
I'm delaying my turn a lot big time because I had a plan. I can't use it anymore.
That's what happens. You can't make.
I'm saying, I'm delaying the game because I'm trying to figure out what I can even do now. I guess like nothing. I guess I'll just use. How much damage did Roscoe take? He took more than I did.
He took 49 points of damage.
I'll. I guess I'll just use Cure Wounds on him, third
Okay.
level.
Third level. All right.
I missed the third roll of the table. 15 HP to Roscoe.
15 HP. All right. As Roscoe looks around with a look of confusion, he's appreciative of your healing him, but he is seeing you run around and smack into walls. He realizes that you're both in a pretty precarious spot. That brings us
That's
to
it.
Sissel.
Okay, Sissel's gonna get on the broom.
Okay.
And, don't know how... Oh?
No, nothing. I was just.
Okay.
Mel, actually, you didn't take.
Is Mel here?
I made a mistake.
No.
Mel shouldn't have taken both of those. He wasn't in range of one of the Cone of Colds.
Okay, so reduce. What the one of them did like?
He saved on both of them, so I will just remove one, the higher damage one, which would have been, I think 18 points of damage. So
give him back 18. Should I give it back? Or...
I'll give it back to him.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I'm piloting Ellen now. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, Sissel levitates like a little bit into the air and she shouts, "You know she's going to turn on you, right? Attack the Black Song!" and uses mass suggestion on everyone but the Black Song. I don't know if this is gonna work,
Okay,
but
let me read
let's
this.
see.
Let me read the abilities. So it can be
yeah.
creatures, so it can literally be all of these.
Yeah.
Up to 12 creatures. Creatures that can't be charmed or immune. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable, asking the creature to stab itself or itself on a spear, etc., or do anything that would harm it negates the effect. Okay, they must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you describe the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration of the spell. Okay. Seeing you say this and realizing what's happening, she's going to attempt to use her reaction to counterspell you, but she's going to have to roll for it because that's a higher level spell. So she needs to roll a 16. That is a natural 9 plus her modifier is 14. Does not succeed.
Boy, oh boy.
Okay. So they all have to roll wisdom saves. Oh man, this could turn the tide of the battle really quickly. Okay, wisdom save. What's the DC?
16.
Okay, 16. Okay, start with the Bodax. 1 succeeds, 1 fails. So now the Flesh Guardian fails. The mages. What was the DC?
16. It's right.
Okay,
I put
one of
that
them
in.
one of them fails, and the Necromancer succeeds. So you managed to get one of the Bodax, the Flesh Guardian, one of the mages. So I will put a little dot on them to indicate that they are under mass suggestion.
Nice. And I'm aware of which ones.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn.
I'm gonna say.
I'm just gonna turn to the party and point them out and just go, don't attack those ones for now.
Okay.
All right. Okay, the Flesh Guardian's turn. It slobbers and looks horrible as it begins to twitch a little bit, and then it turns toward the Black Song. Yep. Okay. So, let me see what its speed is. 30 feet.
More than enough.
I can get up there. It runs right up to her and is going to make 2 strikes at her. What is her AC? Okay. So it needs to make 2 attacks. Strangely enough, misses both of them. So
Fuck.
Great.
as it runs up, it throws its hands out in 2 wild bludgeoning swings, and she deftly dodges to the left and to the right in order to evade them. And seeing what you've just done, she sneers at you. Your 8th. Your 8th is your turn.
I know. I'm going to look over to the Black Song, and I'm going to like kind of scratch some of the frost off of my face. I'm like, hey, how about you play nice? I'm going to hold person.
Ooh!
Okay. So she's got to make a wisdom
Wisdom
save.
saving throw.
What is her wisdom save? So that's a natural 18 plus
Okay,
2.
it didn't work.
That's your turn?
No.
Oh shit, I forgot I was gonna move. That's fine.
I'll cast. Man, they're all fucking magic users. I'll play the +1 to hit song,
Okay.
and then move.
You're flying, right?
No, I fell.
Oh, right.
There's no way I'm holding concentration through 60 points of damage. Are you kidding?
Well, it was 2 individual concentration checks. You wouldn't have done 60 points. You would have rolled for the first one, which would have been a DC 15, and the second one, which was.
Well,
been
I
a
already
DC
said it
15.
happened, so I'm
Alright.
not gonna roll it. I'm gonna. These are bookcases, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna like hide over here behind
Okay.
one.
All right.
But I'm keeping an eye on where she is.
Okay. That brings us to Roscoe's turn. He does quick loops, realizes he can't do anything, and he just sits down. That's all he can do. He can't do anything.
Yeah.
The Crimson Harbinger Necromancer.
I'm sure they're gonna do something terrible.
Let's see. What are they gonna do? Okay. Just getting an idea. 20 feet. Yep. That's exactly what he's gonna do. He holds his hands out toward in this direction as he begins to cast a spell.
Well, I'm gonna try and counterspell that.
You only get one reaction.
Oh. Since my turn happened?
Yeah, it's per round.
It's per round.
Oh, okay. Alright. YOLO.
Actually, you shouldn't have been able to cast it before because you wasted it last time.
Wait, I did?
Oh wait, no.
No.
Yeah, you. I'm sorry, I got confused with the fact that she tried to counterspell you. Yeah, okay, we're fine. You used your counterspell once to try to counterspell her. It didn't work.
Okay.
Wouldn't that mean she wouldn't have been able to try and counterspell her Wraith?
Somebody else
No,
tried to counterspell.
She
you're
didn't.
right.
It was one of the.
The
It
two
was like
called-
it was like a
Oh.
terrible chain of counterspelling.
She didn't counterspell. It was everybody else that was.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was too busy casting
Okay,
the spell.
so the Harbinger Necromancer throws his hand forward. You see a glob of what looks to be a sticky webbing escape from his hand as he casts web in your direction. I need everyone in that cube, which is going to be Sissel, Hiraeth, Ellen, and Mito. Well, Mito automatically fails because she is stunned. Still.
Does being behind cover help at all?
Did you fail on your thing to break out
Yep.
of stun? Okay.
So the way this works is no, because the web covers the whole cube, 20-foot cube. So being behind cover would not affect it.
Okay.
I need everyone within to make a deck save. So Ellen, Sissel.
Oh,
Hiraeth,
Ellen. I'll
and-
make Ellen's. Oh wait, I need to actually open Ellen's page because I forgot to open it.
Okay.
Ellen
Sissel.
deck save.
Mito automatically fails.
Ellen got 17.
Okay, so Ellen succeeded.
That's for
Everyone else failed as this webbing encases the entire area. The three of you are restrained.
What does that mean?
Restrained means that you cannot move, and any attack rolls against you have advantage, and and your attacks have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on deck saves.
Cool.
So let me put a cube down to represent that.
And this is just when we're standing in it?
Yeah. So currently you're in this cube of. So let me read the
Wait,
spell
if
to you.
I'm
So
flying, does that?
yeah. So the web fills a 20-foot cube from the point for the duration. The webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure the area. It basically is a big cube of webs that covers floor to ceiling and in a 20-foot cube. It's a 20-foot by 20-foot by 20-foot.
Okay. Alright.
As long, yeah, and it's basically these webbing is anchored between the floor and the ceiling and like all over the place. So on a failed deck save, you're restrained as long as you remain in the web or until you break free. This is a concentration ability. So let me just draw the. I don't know where the drawing tool is. So that's essential. Oh. Nope. Nope, that's wrong. I'll get it eventually. Nope, that's wrong too. Oh, fine. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's like that big, basically.
Okay.
So that area is currently difficult terrain. You are all restrained in it right now. On your
Except
turn,
Ellen's not
except
restrained.
Ellen. Ellen can get out. On your turn, you can use your action to make a strength check against the save DC to break free. That is going to be the Necromancer's turn as he moves a little bit to the side here. Ellen's turn. I guess Mel is not here.
No,
Oh
he's not.
no, he's not.
You want to pilot him or pilot Ellen and let me know
Yeah,
which.
I got it. How high is the ceiling
20 feet tall. Ellen is currently on the bottom level. There's a
know.
10-foot wall next to her.
Is this a pillar?
Yes.
Okay, so she could potentially use that as partial cover, or just like as a.
Mhm.
Is this something she could hide behind? This brown thing.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. She didn't use her wings today, did she?
No, but it takes an action to use the wings.
I feel like Mel would have opened the wings before this even started, but.
Oh, he didn't specify it.
She has the inquisitive thing on the necromancer, right?
Yep.
So if she gets sneak attack on him, okay, she's gonna get out of
Yes,
this web.
but currently this whole webbing area is also lightly obscure terrain, which means she would have disadvantage on the shot.
I know.
unless she
I'm
were to
gonna
move
move
around
her.
it.
I'm gonna move her. Is this a wall that she can look over?
That is a wall she can look over.
Okay. Can she climb as part of her movement?
As an acrobatics check, yes.
Okay. Uh, 19. To climb
19
up to the wall.
Oh, yep, that gets it. So
And-
where's she going? Like here?
She's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna move her over there.
Okay, so
And-
that's her movement.
And because she has this thing on this guy, he's a
Gonna
pain
make
in the
another
ass.
attack.
I guess I'm just gonna try and have her shoot attack him so she can get sneak attack on him if it hits. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, well, the detection is the inquisitive thing is still on it, so she still gets sneak attack automatically.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
To the
so she's
necromancer
gonna-
specifically, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
So she's gonna fire?
I want her to attack it. That's what I was saying. I want her to attack him because she has it on him. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I'm going to have yes.
roll a d20, add 10, because the short bow is plus 10 to hit.
22.
That hits. So roll a d6 and then for d6 plus 5 is it for
Is
Ellen?
it just 1d6?
Yeah, 1d6 plus 5 for the short bow, and then an additional 6d6 for the sneak attack.
Okay, so it was an 8 for the d6, and it was how many for the sneak attack?
66.
I'm just gonna do roll 20 for that.
Yeah.
And then there's a plus 8 at the end. That's the initial dice roll from the
Yep.
weapon.
28. So a total of 28 points of damage. Oh no,
That's 21.
29 points of damage.
Wait, no, the plus 8's included in that.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. See?
Oh, that's a lot of ones.
Yeah, a lot of low rolls.
Hold on a minute, then I need to redo something. So that's a total of 21 points of damage.
On the necromancer.
He needs
Yeah.
to make a concentration check, DC 10, in order to not be knocked out of it.
Damn, what a low DC.
Well,
Well, it's because it's
it wasn't a
halved,
huge
so
amount of
it's-
damage.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Okay, so that is. Oh, fuck! I rolled a 2.
Yay!
So there goes the webbing. You are all
Oh.
no longer restrained.
What? Oh, okay. Sweet. I wasn't even thinking about the concentration check. I was just thinking, okay, sweet, yay, Ellen.
All right.
She just looks at everyone and gives you like a salute.
The Harbinger's turn. One of them is still against you, and the other one is going to attack the Black Song.
Yay!
I did not expect that to actually work.
I mean,
This has gotten wild.
you have 6 chances for it to work. It's pretty good odds for at least one
Yeah.
of the turn.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what
but
is-
also I wasn't assuming they could all speak common.
The mage, the mind-controlled mage is going to use magic missile on the Black Song.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
Bam,
Uh,
bam, bam.
So that's going to be 3d4, I think. Look.
You could use
Yeah,
his
1d,
bigger-
3d4
bigger
plus
spell
3.
on her.
Well, we already used Cone of
He
Cold.
used his big
Yeah.
boy attack
I
already.
guess that's fair.
10 points of damage. 10
Not
points of
bad for
force damage.
3d4.
Okay.
As she is peppered by these tiny bolts of arcane energy, and she looks over in the mage's direction and just sneers, and then looks toward the one who's no longer mind controlled. He says, "Deal with them."
This is fucking
that
pigs versus ninjas right here.
That mage is going to point toward the three of you and lob a fireball.
3 or
Oh
2.
dear.
Great.
I'm not included. Is that the 3 of
Okay.
people? to the
Mido,
right?
Sissel, and Hiraeth need you to make dex saves. Mido automatically fails.
Okay. I'm back. Back for nothing to matter.
Sissel, you succeed.
Well, it's a good thing we got rid of that fucking webbing.
Yeah. Oh.
Hiraeth,
It's a 19 this time.
you succeed as well. So, from that, Mido, you take 27 points of fire damage. The other two of you take half of that, so you take
14.
14. Yeah,
I'm assuming I can't dampen elements from in this
No.
cube.
unfortunately. And that is
You
going to
have
be
to-
their.
Oh, never mind. I guess that wouldn't. It's team discretion, so never mind.
Okay. All right. On count 20, she holds the key up once more, and you see what happens. She says, "Be bolstered by the will of the Gold Ones." And you see sort of a shimmering energy appear around the non-mind controlled ones, the Bodak, the Harbinger, the Necromancer, and herself. And that's going to be her turn. That's going to be count 20. On her turn, she's seeing that she is being assaulted by this Flesh Guardian. What she is going to do is... Oh man, I didn't really want to use this on the Flesh Guardian. But I'm going to have to... Does this work on creatures? Yeah, it works on creatures. So she points in the Flesh Guardian's direction. And... Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Can does Flesh Guardian get immunity to charm spells? Because if so,
If it did, then
condition immunity is charmed. So
but
technically,
it's already
this
been
shouldn't have
charmed by a
Yeah,
system.
but that's charmed. Like I can't hand wave away condition immunities.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'll say is this: she's going to use her action to do what I said she was going to do on the Flesh Guardian, but then after this turn, it's going to be back to normal because it technically shouldn't have been charmed in the first place.
Okay.
So what she does is she points in the Flesh Guardian's direction, and you see the Flesh Guardian put its arms down to its side, and very strangely for this large lumbering abomination, begins shuffling to the left and to the right as it begins to do a little dance. And then she's going to use her bonus action to Misty Step away from it, as she is basically incapacitated with Otto's irresistible dance.
That's amazing.
That's going to be her turn. Mido, you can roll a Constitution save. Still does not save. You are still stunned. The Bodak's turns. The one that is not charmed, or the one that is charmed. Oh, this should have been immune to charm too. But you know what? I need to read better. It's my fault.
So is it not charmed anymore?
It will be charmed for this turn, but then I'm gonna have it wear off. So this one moves toward Sissel. Are you?
She's flying.
Yeah, she is flying. It is going to use its withering gaze on you once more. I need you to make a con save.
Is she looking at it? Because is it like a Medusa thing? Like
One of it has another feature that is a Medusa-like thing, but this one no.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I need you to make a Constitution save.
I did.
Okay, so you take half damage. You take a total of another 10 points of necrotic damage. This other one shambles until it can see the Black Song, because the Black Song was within sight. It's going to make her have to do a con save. She fails.
Oh shit.
I rolled a 1. So she takes 23 points of necrotic damage.
That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, let's go, okay.
Goff. You're still trapped in this force cage. What do you do?
Goff is clutching his fists, and he's pacing back and forth in the short space around him. He's watching everything happen, and he's just slowly getting angrier, and he's starting to really lose his composure. And he's punching the wall occasionally and shoving on it, and he's panicking, but he's furious, and he doesn't know what to do. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Sissel.
Okay, Cecil is going to... Cecil can't do very much, but... Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Cecil is going to fly right up here.
Okay.
And actually no. Like just in this area, and she's going to aim a lightning bolt so that it clips these two but doesn't hit the mind control cultist.
Okay. So they need to both make dex saves.
Yeah.
Okay. So the necromancer fails with a 9. The cultist fails with a 12. Okay, so they both failed. 40 points of lightning. Okay, so you fly over to this side, hold your staff out before you as it begins to crackle and charge with electricity, and then it rockets forward a lightning bolt, which instantly flies through both of these, gutting them. This guy immediately plummets out of the air, his smoking corpse onto the ground. He had literally
Holy
40
shit.
points of health.
Holy shit!
This one as well is immediately just incinerated by the lightning.
Hell yeah.
Well fucking done.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Then she's
Still have a
going
bonus
to,
You got your pros. I was reading about that. Also, Misty Step's probably better.
Yeah, I'm gonna Misty Step under, like, this table, just get some cover.
Okay. That brings us to the Flesh Guardian's turn, who is no longer mind controlled. It is going to just run, but it can't get within range of somebody. But it's going to get up to here and loom over Hiraeth and look like it's about to make a strike, but it can't do anything right now. That's its full turn.
Bring it, asshole. I'm
You're
going
right.
to I'm
Oh,
going to
wait.
cast
Sorry, before Cecil, dives under the table, she, says to her, can you dispel that cube?
I have another plan.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Dimension Door
Okay.
and appear. This is an empty spot, right?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm going to appear right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to pet Roscoe on the head and tell him, and buddy, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. And I'm going to look at Goff and say, are you ready to go? Because we're going to have to get out of here in a second.
Fine.
For my bonus action, I'm going to drink a potion. But,
Okay.
I can't do anything else on this turn, though.
All right. Roscoe, his turn. He looks towards you and he wags his tail. He licks your hand a little bit.
I heal 5 hit points just because of Ross. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. The Harbinger Necromancer is dead. That brings us to Ellen.
I'm guessing, so nothing else has really been hit.
Correct. can use her bonus action to move her thing.
Oh, her inquisitive. Her what's it called? What's the ability
Inquisitive
called?
mind.
Inquisitive mind.
It's not inquisitive mind. It's like yeah, I don't remember what inquisitive fighting. I think it's called.
Okay. She see the Bodak.
Yes, but if she is going
Looks at
to
it.
look
If
at
she
it,
looks at it, something happens. Okay.
yes.
We know that they use some kind of gaze thing. She's gonna take a shot. Since she see the black song.
Yeah.
Does Ellen have anything? Oh wait. Elle's inventory list is a mess.
Yep. It is.
Oh. Huh. Mel may not let me forgive me if I do this. I have something that I want Ellen could do, but I don't know if Mel will be okay with it. It would be the use of an item that has limited amounts of ability. It would be really clutch.
I know.
It would be really clutch right now.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yep, that's exactly what I thought you were talking about.
Hey, I mean, Mel's been using his arrows, like he used the moss one earlier, so...
This is not an arrow.
Ellen,
Oh.
hold on.
Do it.
This is a 5e tools thing, right? Can I look up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same as if I know what you're.
the same as the spell.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to see how far the
It's an
range
additional
is.
level for each one you use. I think it's like a 60-foot range.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? This is really bad. 2 people are very hurt, or 3 people. Ellen's gonna She's gonna duck out from behind the pillar, and she's gonna toss the whole necklace of fireballs.
Whoa!
It's
The whole thing. The whole thing.
So
on
that
top of
is
the Bodak, the 2 Bodaks, and the Flesh
That's a
Guardian.
6-level fireball.
Yes. I don't
Okay.
want to fuck with this, pal.
So
Ellen doesn't
roll
want to fuck with this.
11d6.
I'm taking the wheel.
So they gotta all deck save and roll 11d6.
Woo!
So what's
Burn,
the
baby,
DC on
burn.
that?
Oh, is it static?
It's different for Necklace of Fireballs.
Okay,
Yeah,
15.
15. Okay, so the one of the Bodaks succeeds. The Flesh Golem fails. So, whew, 42 points of damage. Okay, as Ellen
Huck
hurls
the whole thing.
chucks the whole necklace.
She's like a guy in a trench, like hucking a grenade over the. She's just like she looks over and she just like tosses it. Yeah.
And as it hits the marble floor, it detonates as it singes the bookshelves around it, blowing them all back. The 2 Bodaks and the Flesh Guardian take a tremendous amount of damage as this fireball explodes in their faces.
Sorry, Mel.
Is that everything?
That's her action.
Okay.
And then inquisitive thing is a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
I guess. What's the roll again? It's
Insight check is contested by deception.
Okay. A bard's probably really good at deception, but fuck it, why not?
Okay.
I don't want to look at the Bodaks, so I'll roll an insight check versus her Black Song's deception.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Her insight is. Wait, am I looking at Ellen or am I looking at Goff?
I don't know.
I was looking at Ellen. I was looking at Goff. Hold on. Ellen's insight is much better. Okay. 28.
28 total.
Yep.
Is a natural 19.
Ah, shit.
For a total of 34. So yeah,
What
that
the
does not work.
fuck?
She's got a plus 15 to her deception.
Whoa.
She has expertise.
Still could beat her.
Yep. So that does not work, unfortunately.
Okay. And then I guess to just stay where I am and keep.
Okay. It is the cultist's turn. He is still mind controlled. What is he gonna do? What can he even do at this point? He's gonna lob a fireball toward the Black Song.
Yay, our best friend.
Yeah.
This rando.
Our best friend who's gonna have a
So-
lot of regrets in the morning.
She's gonna have to make a Dex save. It's a 15 plus 7, so that succeeds. So she takes half damage from the fireball.
Fireball or firebolt?
Fireball.
Oh. Cool.
That's so she takes. I rolled pretty low, so she takes 12 points of damage from the fireball. Also, I think. Let me just see. I think the Flesh Guardian might have also been hit by that. 15
Does-
feet. Yeah. 15
don't-
feet.
Yep.
Didn't the flesh golem we fought in the factory take special damage from fire? Or am I misremembering
Yes,
that?
he did. So
Oh,
in
does
fact,
it seem like the
if he
flesh
takes
guardian?
fire damage, he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until his next turn.
Oh, so he's definitely got disadvantage. He's been hit
So,
by at least one,
Dex-
at least 5 one big
Dex,
fireball.
He also saves, so he takes half damage as well. So he takes 12 points of fire damage. And that is the cultist's turn. At the top of the round, she is going to hold the key up once more and say, "That is enough!" And as she does so, a wave of necrotic energy flies out. I need everyone to make a Constitution save, except
Everyone?
for the people
I
in
fail.
the force cube.
And I fail.
No, you
a
con,
what
con
save?
save.
A con save?
Constitution. So Mito,
I don't
Ellen,
think
and
it's gonna
Sissel.
matter much.
What?
Also,
26.
does it make a difference if I'm like under a table right now?
No.
Okay.
So those are both saves so far.
Ellen, not great. Could be better. 15. Oh, 15.
So Ellen did not succeed. Ellen, you take 14 points of necrotic damage. Mito and Sissel take 7.
Holy shit, that brings me right down to 0.
So Sissel, as you're flying in the air right now.
I'm under a table.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're under the table. So this wave of necrotic energy hits you, and you just feel your eyes roll up back in your head, and you collapse to the ground.
Who does?
What?
Who does?
Sissel.
Thistle.
Oh. Oops.
That brings us to the Black Song's turn. What is she gonna do? She is going to. Let me see if this works. She is going to look. I don't know what I want her to do.
Fuck off.
She's gonna point toward Ellen and say, "I think you should stay right where you are." And she's going to cast Whole Person.
Oh shit.
I need
What's
Ellen to
save?
make a Wisdom save.
Well, Ellen's wisdom's pretty high. So I don't know.
Well, our save mod is not exceptional, but 19.
19. That saves.
Yay!
So it does not take hold. At the end of
I'll
her
carry on my own way, thanks. That's what she says. I don't know.
Actually,
Oh, come on, man.
you know what? I didn't declare it, so I won't do it.
Huh?
I didn't declare it, so I won't do
Okay.
it. So yeah, she succeeded on that. At the end of her turn, you hear a rumbling toward the western side of the room.
Uh-oh.
The cultist looks up at the ceiling as a couple of flecks of marble fall off of the ceiling
What?
onto the ground. And then all of a sudden, the entire ceiling on that side of the room gives way, and the cultist tries to dodge out of the way. He fails as the entire
Oh,
ceiling-
come on!
the entire ceiling collapses on top of him. He takes.
What's causing the ceiling to break?
You'll see in a second.
Okay, okay.
Just be patient.
Our
thought maybe you were-
friend!
You'll just be patient, okay?
I'm scared!
I got something here.
I'm so scared, Falk.
Okay. So he takes 4d10 damage.
Yeah.
26 points of damage as he is pinned under the rubble now.
Oh.
And as the as the rubble clears, you see a large metallic-looking form that slowly rises to its feet, and you see a pair of yellowish lights that represent eyes that suddenly turn red, and the entire room is filled with a sound of a robotic voice saying, "Boom!"
Yes.
Yay!
You see a little hatch on the top of Bo pop open, and Dr. Walden just pops up out of it.
Boom's a mecha!
So glad!
Can't fucking believe it.
That brings us. That's
Oh God. He's here.
here he comes.
Here he comes.
That brings us to. Did I actually? No, I did. The Black Swing tried to hold person, didn't succeed. That brings us to Mito's turn. Actually, the Black Swing's going to try to Misty step back over this way. Mito, you can roll another con save.
Please let Mito move. Yes.
Yay!
That succeeds. You suddenly find your
God.
body up as you are no longer held. And that's all you can do. You can still take your movement. That was your action.
Well, yeah, I can't drink any of my potions, can I? I forgot I
Well, it's not a
had.
bonus
That's a
action.
bonus action.
I have a greater heal. That's not gonna do much. This is old.
That's 44
it-
plus 4.
It all
Every little bit
helps.
helps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
a
I'll
little
do
bit
that.
helps.
I'm gonna drink this.
If you got it, chug it.
I'm gonna chug this.
Okay. 4d4 plus 4.
Um.
17
good.
points of health to you.
I just do like Monster Hunter, where you just like down the whole thing.
Yeah.
But now I have one. Check my inventory for the first time in 6 years, so.
Okay, that's gonna be your turn. You gonna move?
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, let me move a little bit. Here, where's the cube?
It is basically a 2x2 cube where Hiraeth's, Roscoe, and Goff are currently.
I see.
So it's like it ends right here, basically.
I'm gonna be here.
Okay.
Here.
Okay,
So I can-
so that's your turn.
Yeah, so I can be up in the shit finally.
As the Bodax turn to
Mhm.
face you, they move forward, and I need you to make 2 con saves as they use their withering gaze upon you.
Oops. Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 con saves. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That saves. That also
No.
saves.
Bingo.
So you take
Bingo
half
bongo.
damage from both of those attacks, as they use their gaze upon you once more, and you feel this terrible necrotic pain rack your body, but you stave it off a little bit. The first one, you take 7 points of necrotic damage. The second one, you take 11 points of necrotic damage. So that's a total of 18.
Good thing you drank that potion, I guess.
Yeah, because you probably would have been out if you hadn't.
No.
We're close.
Did you subtract?
Just-
Okay,
yes.
yeah, okay. That's gonna be their turn. Goff.
Basically negated their.
I can't do anything.
Well, you're still in a cube. You've got Hiraeth and
Can't
Roscoe
you-
next to you.
Can't you like prepare to cast a spell?
Can I do that? Can I prepare to do something once Hooray?
You can ready an action.
With the trigger,
Yes.
I get put outside of the cube.
Yes.
Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna ready mass cure wounds on
Okay.
everyone except Roscoe. The moment I get out of this fucking awful box.
All right. Sissel, I need you to make a death save.
Okay.
Just roll a d20.
Okay.
That is a failure, so you're at 1 failed death save.
Okay. Mark that.
It's the Flesh Guardian's turn. I'm gonna see if it's not too smart. And you're kind of hiding. You're kind of like collapsing to the table, so it probably doesn't
Yeah.
see you. I'm gonna say nonetheless that the Black Song says, "Take that one out, construct," and I'm gonna see if it's smart enough to understand orders.
Oh, jeez.
It's got a -2 to intelligence, so that is a okay. So that is a 1.
Oh, it hurts itself in confusion.
So instead, it's going to run up toward Mido and make a multi-attack.
Okay.
That is a 9 and a 19. Neither of those hit you. And it actually had disadvantage on those attacks anyway because of the fire damage.
Yeah, it did. Ellen did that, and so did
Okay. So that's going to be
our
its turn.
friend.
Your eighth.
So I'm going to kind of get an arm around Goff the best I can, which is probably
I
like
grasp your arm.
okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Dimension Door.
I need you to make a
and-
charisma saving throw
Yeah,
before you do so.
Yeah.
Huh?
This is not a wall
It's a
of force.
It's a force cage.
It's a lot nastier than wall of force.
Well, I rolled a 2. Never mind.
So you wasted the spell and you're both still stuck in there.
Oh fuck, man!
I was banking on my charisma being good, but
Can you dispel it from within the key?
No.
No, dispel magic doesn't work on it,
That's okay.
and it's not concentration either. It's a 7th level
Our
spell.
friends
She used her only 7th level on you on that, keep you locked down.
Gross.
That brings us to Roscoe, who sees that Hiraeth has failed to teleport out, and he kind of cocks his head to the side and whimpers a little bit.
mock me, dog.
Harbin, the Necromancer is dead, so I'm going to just take him off the turn order. That brings us to Ellen.
Ellen's gonna hop the fuck down and give a potion to Sissel.
Oh, thank God! Oh my God!
Jesus.
I was
greater-
sitting here like, if anything attacks me, I'm super dead.
Yeah. Ellen has 1 greater healing potion.
So that's Ellen's action.
Yes.
Okay.
This
So
is way more important.
You pull out. Ellen pulls a greater healing potion out of her cloak and shoves it into Sissel's mouth. That's 4d4 plus 4.
Yep. 14 HP back to Sissel. You have a lot more to do. Get up.
Okay.
And then bonus action. I'm gonna use. I guess I'm gonna use the Inquisitive feature on the Flesh Guardian. Can I do
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Is that something I can use it on? Okay.
Yep. So that's against his deception.
28.
Hey,
What?
I rolled a 2, -3. That's -1.
Oh my God.
So she's
Yep,
gonna have
so-
she's gonna be able to sneak attack it next time.
All right.
And she's gonna tuck herself over here.
Okay.
Or in this spot maybe. That's it.
Okay. That brings us to the cultist, who is pinned underneath a pile of rubble and has Bode sitting on him. He's going to try to make a strength check to get out. Rolled a natural 17, so he manages to use his action to crawl out from under Bode, and he just looks over at this massive metallic cat, and he's like, "Ah, ah," and he scrambles away a little bit. And that's his turn.
Okay.
The Black Song. At count 20 for the lair action. She is going to hold it aloft and say, "Servants of undeath, be healed." And you see a bit of a sparkling effect take place on the 2 Bodax and the Flesh Guardian as a bit of their wounds start to knit up a little bit.
Boo.
Then on her count, she is going to she do this. Okay, well, that's what she's going to do. She's going to position herself this way. Well, she really can't get an angle on any of y'all without also hitting everybody else. You see her hold her hand out again as frost particles begin to coalesce as she begins to cast Cone of Cold.
Oh God.
Okay.
No objection.
Can I counterspell that?
You may. The
There's
the
no one to
Harbinger
stop
cult.
you.
There's no one to stop you. I need you to make a
Okay.
roll and add your ability modifier.
Alright.
Charisma. D20 plus your charisma.
Okay. Let me double check and make sure modify. Okay.
It's plus 4, I think.
Well,
Oh.
fuck.
Unfortunately, as the swirling frost particles coalesce in a cone in front of you, I need Mito and Sissel, as well as the Flesh Guardian, the 2 Bodex, to all make con saves.
Okay. Me
think
being
Sissel's
under a
gonna
table
be-
doesn't make a difference, right?
No.
Okay.
I think Sissel might be going back down to take a nap.
Yeah.
So the Flesh Golem
I'm taking her to the farm.
succeeds. The Bodex. One of them succeeds, the other one fails. Sissel, you succeed. Mito, you succeed.
Ha ha.
Okay. Well, let's see how much damage it is. Okay. So, to the one Bodak who did not succeed, he takes 44 points of damage and is frozen solid. He's gone. Mito, everybody else takes 22 points of cold damage.
Well, that puts me down to 0 again.
I think that'll. Oh, Mito, you're pretty. low there,
Yeah, I'm
too.
not dead yet.
Okay, it is your turn.
Veto. I'm gonna. Shit. I don't know what to do.
You got this Flesh Guardian behind you. Sissel is. You look over your shoulder. You see Sissel is down again. The Black Song is eyeing you with a malicious grin at the top of the steps.
You got any big tricks up your sleeve?
I'm gonna use Secret Wind first.
Okay,
Let me do that.
so it's a D10 plus
I'm-
11.
Yeah.
19 points of health to you as you find your inner reserves and pull yourself back from the brink.
Okay, I'm going to beat the shit out of this Flesh Guardian.
Okay, make your attacks. Whoa!
Oh,
That's
wait.
a crit.
Second one's bonus. Never mind.
Yeah.
Um,
So that is a critical that hits. So that's 9 points of piercing damage and roll a 4d6 on the fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mito was
Uh,
made for slaying flesh
14.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that hold on. Before you do that, as you strike this golem with your rapier and fire burns away at its forearm, you see some of its flesh drop off, and it seems to have changed form slightly.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
You see these horrible-looking spikes protrude out of its back as it glowers down at you. Now you can continue making your attacks.
Okay.
It seems
that
like
hit?
it's that one does hit, yes.
It seems like what? No, it's 2d.
It seems like it's thickened its armor as well. Okay. So that's an additional 11. So that, yep. And then you got your third attack.
That one didn't hit.
That one did not hit, unfortunately.
I am going to use Action Surge
No. Okay.
Yes.
and continue beating the shit out of this.
That does not
Fuck.
hit.
There you
That
go.
hit.
Yes.
Okay. You got one more attack. That one also
Yes.
Yeah?
hits. Holy shit. Yep. It is still standing.
Well, that's all I got. So let's wait till I get my second Action Surge later on.
I don't. Does
Uh,
that thing warriors get or fighters get?
later.
Oh wow! I didn't know they could get 2 action surges.
I didn't hear.
But you can't use them the same turn.
Oh okay.
Imagine.
That'd be crazy.
That would be so OP.
Mito just becomes an anime protagonist, and just swings the sword like 9 times in 6 seconds.
Okay, the Bodak is going to shuffle forward and kind of look around. As Mito, you're holding your shield in one arm, and you just see this horrible little creature look towards you. You try to like avert your gaze as best you could, but I nonetheless need you to make a con save. It's using its weathering gaze upon you. That fails. So.
Well, hold on a second here. Because I think I might use. I did that already, but I have.
Is that a one-time thing?
Is Bode in the order?
I was gonna use.
I have a mind for Bode.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh no, that's attacks, so it doesn't count.
So
but...
you take 15 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, 15. Okay.
Yes. At this point, Bode is going to go.
Bode.
You see Bode open its large metallic mouth, and you hear a woo as it seems to be about to launch a very large mortar shot.
Oh my fucking god.
Where is he? Where's Bode on the stat sheet? Bode. Okay, yeah. So as he fires it, it launches itself across the room and detonates against these bookshelves. He's trying to sort of avoid hitting Mito and Sissel. Unfortunately, since you're in the thick of it, it's not really ideal or easy to do so. So he can really only hit like the Bodak, basically. Bodak fails his dex save and takes 25 points of fire damage, and is literally just enough for it to collapse into a heap of small wreckage. Bode begins to clomp toward the cultist. Goff.
Goff is very close to hyperventilating at this point.
I can try again.
He hold on, and he's still holding on to Herace's arm, and like kind of grasping her forearm, probably with just like 2 fingers because his hand's so big, and he's like looking around and watching everything happen, and he looks and he looks at Herace, and he looks in her eyes and he says, "You can do this. You can do it. Come on." And I'm going to cast Guidance on Herace.
Oh.
She gets a bonus to roll the d4 for an ability check.
Ah.
Okay. That's your action.
It's a cantrip.
Okay. Sissel, I need you to make a death save.
Well.
Failure. So you have a 1 failed death save still. That brings us to the Flesh Guardian, who has changed forms at this point. He is going to look down toward Mito and then move in to what looks to be an embrace.
Oh fuck!
That is an 8 to hit. It does not hit.
Oh.
God damn! I rolled a 2.
Oh god.
That's it. So Mito, you see this terrible towering creature beginning to move towards you as it's going in for what looks to be a horrible hug, and you manage to duck just under it as it's coming in for you.
Well, I think it has disadvantage anyway because of the fire.
No, it doesn't. As the fire burned away its form, you saw that it
But didn't Mito hit it with fire damage after it changed?
Correct, but this form does not have vulnerability to fire damage. That brings us to Herace. I need you, if you're going to try to Dimension Door out, to make another Charisma save.
Yep. Oh yes. I rolled a natural 19.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That does it. So
I just want to get the number big so I can feel good about myself. +1, +4, it's 24. Let's get out of here.
Herace and Goff, where are you warping to?
Let me look at this map here.
Bode!
I kind of want to get
Hey,
us.
welcome back.
Thank you. I came back and I saw Bode, and I was
Mel, I want to apologize. I used the entire necklace of fireballs on your turn.
Oh, that's fine. Ellen
Okay.
probably... Please tell me she threw it down right at her feet.
She
No.
threw it. She hit 2 Bodaks and the Flesh Guardian with it. She did a lot of damage.
I guess like I don't want to get us too far away, so maybe like in this kind of area.
Okay.
Where... two grouped up. Okay, how about over here on this ledge?
Where is she?
She's up
North.
north.
From my
North.
memory of Goff using his like mass healing word and stuff, how far does that go?
I can.
usually?
I'll be fine. I can pinpoint.
Okay.
I just have to be centered on me. It can be centered on a point within the circle.
Okay,
It's
so
no
I'll
problem.
like kind of go up here and I'll grab Goff and you can kind of like position within 5 wherever you want.
Okay.
Okay. That brings us to Roscoe's turn. He starts barking happily as he sees Goff have made
Poor
it out, but
Roscoe still in
he's
his
still
magical
stuck in
dog
here.
cage.
That brings us to Ellen.
Okay.
Ellen, you currently have Inquisitive fighting on the Flesh Guardian.
I tried it on. I tried it on the Black Song, and she had a really high deception roll. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna just slap the Flesh Guardian. Well,
Ooh.
with an arrow.
Okay.
He is a Flesh Guardian.
Alright, make an
flesh.
attack
I-
roll.
You're in that stairwell, by the way. I moved you over there.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Make your attack roll.
Is there something dangerous going on in there? Like,
In the
In the
stairwell?
no,
Oh, in the-
where everyone is in the middle?
It's a
Sissel
Flesh
is
Guardian.
down.
Sissel's
Mido is
unconscious.
weird.
Mido's fighting a Flesh Guardian.
Okay.
I also used one of your greater healing potions on Sissel, and then she went down before, and then she got up, and then she went down again. So,
Okay.
sorry. Goff couldn't do anything because he was trapped almost the entire time. So I was having Ellen do like, triage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair.
Alright,
Okay,
what are
So
you doing?
yeah, now that I know that, I'm still slapping.
Yeah.
I'll use slapping.
Slaps top of...
Slaps the top of Ellen. This baby.
That's top of
Okay.
Circus.
That's 28.
That hits.
Okay. And then d6 plus 6 piercing. 3 plus 6, that's a 9 from the short bow.
Okay, and do your 66.
6d6 is 21.
Okay, as another arrow launches itself into this Flesh Guardian, you see it takes it into the back of its neck, and it reaches back and it pulls it out, and you see it beginning to mutate once more as its armor grows even thicker, and 2 additional arm spikes protrude out. It is now in its final form.
Ooh.
This thing's a fucking Koloss.
Alan, you doing anything else?
Colos.jpg. Can I?
No!
You don't even know what I'm referencing.
You don't even know what a Koloss is.
But I heard lost.jpg, and that's all I needed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Shouldn't you be saying yes?
What
That's
were you
your
gonna do?
thing.
What were you gonna do, Mel?
That's your meme. I can. Okay. Can I like hide here?
That's a stairwell. That's technically not on the map. That's like I have to use
Oh.
the map. It's technically supposed to be a doorway, which was the entrance to this room.
Oh.
Whoops.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't get a lot of options when I have to purchase maps. Like I don't.
That's fair. Is there somewhere I can break line of sight?
There's
No.
pillars.
There's pillars.
They're not-
There's a pillar near where the Flesh Guardian is. There's a pillar over here. There's bookshelves.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well,
Yep.
sure, I'll hide here.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Um,
You're still if you're where are you hiding? Who are you trying to hide from? Because if you're standing in that square, the Flesh Guardian can still see you.
Black Song, I'm assuming, right?
yeah, Black Zone.
Because she already, Melon already has the
Right.
the thing on the Flesh Guardian.
Okay, so you.
Stealth is. Hang on. 18 plus 13 is. Math.
It's a lot. It's like 32.
A lot. I think so. 30,
18 plus 13 is 31.
31.
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. All right. That brings us to the Harbinger cultist. He's looking at Bode. He seems to have shaken himself free of the mind control because Bode fell on him.
Yeah.
He is going to Misty Step over here as his bonus action. And then he holds his hands up as he begins to cast a spell. He holds his hands upward toward the sky and he begins swirling.
I'm going to
Counterspell? Okay, I need you to give me a roll. Add your
Counterspell.
modifier.
10.
That does not succeed.
Right.
He finishes the spell as he casts Ice Storm. 20-foot radius centered here, essentially. So that's gonna hit
Haha.
everyone
Oh,
except for Ellen and Roscoe, because Roscoe's still in the force cage. As the sky opens up above you and
is Sissel
large.
bad?
No, Sissel takes an additional failed death save.
Okay.
I thought it was okay.
So the rest of you, I need you all to make dex saves. Except for Ellen. Ellen and Roscoe don't need to do anything.
Okay, here
Darn
we
it.
go. Not very dexterous.
You fail.
Wait, am I getting hit?
Yes. Hiraeth and Mido, and Goff and Sissel. And the Flesh Guardian.
I got hit. I didn't save. I rolled an 8.
Okay, so Hiraeth saves. Mido and Goff fail. Sissel, you took one additional death save. The Flesh Guardian, who's in his final form, also fails on the save. So, all told, from this ice storm, you all take 13 points of bludgeoning damage and an additional 17 points of cold damage as the entire ground is just peppered with these large hail-sized stones.
How much HP does Mido have?
Mido has 18 points. So
And it was 11. How much bludgeoning is it? How
so
much
it was
was it?
13 for the bludgeoning and 17 for
Shit.
the ice.
Okay. I'm gonna use different element.
If you succeed.
The dampened elements would have the cold, but it would
Yeah,
still be enough.
I
to
know.
take you
I
down.
can't save Mido from being knocked unconscious, so I'm not
So
gonna.
I'm down now.
I'm gonna use dampen elements on how much? I'm gonna use it on myself, I guess.
It's 17 points of ice damage or cold damage, so that would have to a number.
So it's
8,
30
9.
points total. If I succeed on Dex, I do half that.
Yes.
Half. Okay. So I don't have the. Do I have the bludgeoning or just the cold damage?
You have so you failed on the save, right? So
Yeah.
you have just the cold. The Flesh Guardian failed, so he takes everything. So he takes a total of, what did I say?
So
30
what am I?
points.
30.
So it was 13 bludgeoning.
13 bludgeoning, 17 cold.
So if I cut that 17 in half, it'd be
9.
9. Okay.
9?
Okay, so Mido, you took the full
Mido's-
30.
Yeah, so
You
I'm
are
down.
down. Okay.
Sorry. Even with dampen elements, I couldn't have saved you.
It's fine.
Instead of a whole 30, you took.
You
full
know,
30.
100 years ago, when the Flesh Guardian started crazily dancing, did it break it free of that?
Oh, you're right. Shit.
Wow.
I should have.
So we've been fucking with this thing, and
It hasn't
I mean-
actually hit anybody yet.
I guess that's
Yeah,
fair.
I guess.
I guess we could just say it hasn't hit anything because.
Well,
YouTube is
I
intense.
think, I mean, at that point, the Black Song would have dispelled it at that point, once the
Okay.
charm were alright.
Well, that would have been one turn that she didn't fuck us up, so.
Oh,
Well, she could choose to drop the spell
Oh,
as a
never
free
mind.
action.
Yeah.
That brings us to count 20.
Speak of the devil.
I need everyone to
Layer
make,
action.
as she holds the key up once more, I need everyone to make wisdom saves.
Oh god.
Except for me, because I'm a conscious.
Yeah,
I'm
Mido
kidding.
and Sicily, you do not have to.
Natural fucking 20.
You save.
Wisdom save,
Yep.
25.
25. Ellen,
19.
19, you save. Dr. Walden also saves. So this wave of necrotic energy arcs out from the key, and you feel your bodies. You suddenly start feeling the whispers in your head as the Paul of Undeath calls to you, but you manage to all find your resolve and shake it off. That's the lair action. That brings us to the Black Song herself, who is looking a little desperate. She's seeing a lot of her people falling. She is going to... what is she gonna do?
What you gonna do when we come for you?
She's gonna hold her hand out as she begins to cast another spell. She moves to the side here. Centered roughly here. Siri, if you already used your counter
Yes.
spell, this is the top of the round.
Oh, I'll
Oh.
use it again then.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, so you're gonna use it again?
I'm going. Yeah. Do I have to roll if it's 3rd level?
It's. What? Say that again.
If I'm just casting it at the base 3rd level, do I have
Yes.
to roll?
For this particular spell, you would, yes.
If I ask 4th or 5th, you're not going to be able to tell me, right?
I'm not
I'd
gonna
have
tell
to
you.
guess.
No. You'd have to guess.
Hold on, let me look at my numbers. I'll cast at 5th level.
All right. She holds her hand out as she begins to cast a confusion spell, and it fizzles. She looks around desperately for a moment. She misty steps back up here. And she looks toward the cultist and she says, "You fool, get them! Get them!" That's going to be her turn.
So she is confusion.
That brings us to Mito. I need you to make a death save.
It's her first.
Oh.
It's her first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I do that again? I haven't done
Just
this
roll a
in while.
d20. If it's 10 or higher, you succeed. That is one failed death save. So you are at 1 of 3 for failures.
Goth, please.
The
help
Bodex
us.
are dead. That brings us to Bode's turn. Bode is going. You see Walden pop out of the top of the tank. He has a bomb in his hand. And
Oh my
chucks-
god!
He chucks the bomb. Which one is this going to be? He's going to chuck a shrapnel bomb. These are the bombs that Ellen didn't want to buy, so he's just going to
He's
fucking
such a
use them.
cool old man.
Okay, so they need to all make a dex save. So Blacksong and the cultist need to take a dex save. The DC, what did I say for the DC? I think the DC is like
Ellen's
15.
got explosive arrows.
Yeah. The mage succeeds. The Blacksong got a nat 20, so they both succeed on it, but so they're going to take half damage. Oh wow, that was really low. Only 7 points. That was a shitty bomb. So yeah, they only took 3 points each.
Fuck.
As
Walden.
the bomb explodes, and he sees that it doesn't seem to register a lot of damage, and he says, "Plan B," and he goes back inside the tank. Goff, it is your turn.
Goffa looks around and he looks up the Black Song and his. I mean, you can't see it because of his mask, but he is a fury stare, and he holds his hands out almost in a prayer position, and he says, "When dark is darkest," and he claps them together, and he casts Mass Cure Wounds.
Nuts off that! She holds her hand out as she's going to try to counterspell you.
Oh my
Great.
god! Fuck!
Great.
God, dude! I have not been able to do anything!
She rolled a natural 14 plus 5.
I know, dude! Okay! Just fine.
I mean,
okay.
that's what she would do.
I know, but I can't. Alright, turn over.
Do you have a bonus action? Or...
No, sure. What, Matt? Who cares? Yeah,
You-
fine. I already used a high level spell, so I can't do anything with it.
Oh.
It's
You
like,
can use a 1st or 2nd level spell.
You can
You have the
use-
healing word?
You got a healing word.
my friends are gonna die. I can't save them because of this
You can
fucking
use a healing word on one of them to get them up.
healing Matt. I know. I'm sorry. This is just really frustrating. I'm not being able to do a fucking thing.
That's what a high
I
level
know.
spell
I'm
is gonna
just
do.
mad, dude. I'm just frustrated. It's not. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just mad. I can't.
You still have your bonus action.
Fine. I'll use a healing word on Mito. Or no, Sissel. Sorry.
Okay. So roll the healing on that.
7 HP to Sissel.
Okay.
She's not
Thank
dying.
you
Sissel,
so much.
you are back up because that was gonna get dicey if Sissel had to roll a final
Yeah,
death
no,
save.
I was at 2 death saves. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to get metagamey, but thank you.
Okay, Sissel, it is your turn.
Oh fuck. I need
You
to check.
pull yourself to your feet.
I need
You're-
to check my spell slots really quick hold on. I need to check and see how many I would have at level 11 because most of those have been using spell points.
At level 11, you should have a total of 73.
Okay, but like I mean, for using 6th level spells, I'm trying to figure out because
6th level spell is 9 points.
No, but you mentioned earlier that for
You can only use it once.
For 6th
Yeah.
level, okay. That was my question: is how many spell slots I had for level 6th level spells. Okay.
The others you can cast at will, or as many times as
As
you want.
many
But
as hit points.
Actually, hold on. I'm looking this up really quick. I'm sorry. I think there's a thing I can do. Sorry. I'm just re-looking up a thing on metamagic.
Sure.
Fuck, where is it? Because I think I know what I can do.
Okay.
So, as a bonus action, I'm going to shuffle my spell points into another 6th level spell slot. And
Okay. Does it allow you to go that high? I thought metamagic only capped at 5th level.
let me double check. Magic.
Sorcerer, metamagic, flexible casting. You can create up to 5th level spell slot.
Oh, okay. Alright, never mind. I don't do that. Okay, so instead... Fuck me. What can I do? For now, I'm going to throw up a wall of force.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to...
Where's it gonna be?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Keep in mind that the cube of the force cage is... I keep fucking this up. The force cage is basically right here.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That doesn't...
Would a wall of force stop her from fucking counterspelling us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would.
just-
But it wouldn't stop the Flesh Guardian from doing really
There's
bad
not
things.
really any way we can deal with that. I say just cut her off.
It would. Well, it's not.
Question: Did we do the plant growth thing and did it work?
I
We have not
couldn't.
at the
I was in a
time.
box. I couldn't do anything.
Oh, sorry.
Goff was basically put in a force cage for most of the fight.
I'm going to... Oh, no. Shit. I'm just going to throw up a wall of force right over here.
Okay. Is it gonna impact with the bookshelves? Because if it does, it's gonna basically...
Will it fizzle out if it does that? Do I know that?
I think the way the wall of force works is that it... Okay, let me read it up.
Yeah, sorry I'm taking so long on this.
No, it's fine. It's a lot of logistics we have to consider.
How high is the wall of force?
So, okay, invisible wall of force. Wall appears in any orientation you choose as a horizontal or vertical barrier or at an angle. It can be free-floating or resting on a solid surface. You can form it into... Okay, blah, blah, blah. Each panel must be contiguous 10 by 10 foot panels. If the wall cuts through a creature's space when it appears, the creature is pushed to one side. Nothing can pass through the wall. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it. They have to be contiguous, so like if it hits it can't create him through the bookcases.
I don't see why that would be a problem, but that's just me. It feels like a
The
really
bookcases would
persnickety
drop.
thing.
The bookcases would keep the panels from being contiguous.
Do at the very least, just like the wall, the
Can I
force,
put
it would
it-
just go through them and crack them in
No.
two.
Could I be able to like put it at an angle, like
Yeah.
just over?
Yes, you
Okay.
may do that.
I'm going to do that, and I'm gonna, like, on my broom, scream at the Flesh Guardian, go, "Hey! This way!" And then just, like, fly, over here.
Okay.
Like, and
So
20 feet in the air.
your wall is basically like that kind of blocking. Well, it's from end to end, but I didn't draw the full thing. But yeah.
I can't even see
Where?
anything.
Oh,
Nothing
you
showed up for me.
You can't see the thing I just drew?
No.
Nope.
Oh, I know why. Hold on. There. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yay.
All right. So that's your turn, Sissel. Okay. So the Flesh Guardian. Let's see if he looks down at Mito's fallen, crumpled body, and then he looks over towards Sissel, who has just shouted at him, and I'm gonna see if he's smart enough. Okay. He rolled a nat 17. So he looks back down toward Mito's body. He's gonna make 2 multi-attacks.
Oh, fuck.
First is a 19. What with advantage is a 22. So Mito, you take 2 death save failures. I think that kills you, doesn't it? Because you already at
2?
1.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I guess I died again.
I never die, Mito.
As the breath leaves Mito, the Flesh Guardian, twitching, starts turning in the direction of Sissel. It's moving toward her, and that's as far as he goes.
I brought this on myself.
You did.
Here, Aether.
What other character?
Do I have to do acrobatics to get down?
No, you can just jump down. It's a 10-foot drop.
I'm going to go down there. And I'm going to attack it twice in the back.
Okay. Roll attack.
With your sun sword.
That's a 23.
That hits.
That's a 28.
That hits.
So both of them hit. This is a 1d10. 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, motherfucker.
Does that
7
include the
points
plus?
of damage.
Does that include the
Yes.
plus 2?
I rolled
Alright.
like a 3 and a 1, so
All right. That's your turn.
9 and a 7.
Still have your bonus.
I'm going to. Can I cast like a level 1 spell after that, or is that something?
You can cast any level spell as a bonus action because you haven't spent a spell. Anything that is a bonus
Sorry,
action.
I mean I'm trying to think about what would actually matter. I will play the defense song,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
All right. Roscoe's turn. He's still stuck in the cage. He sees Mito's fallen and battered and bloody form, and he whimpers at first, and then he looks toward the Black Song, and he gets low to the ground and starts growling and barking angrily as he starts sort of throwing himself at the wall
No.
fruitlessly. Ellen.
I'm gonna shoot the flesh boy. Can I shoot him from here?
Yes, you may.
This thing doesn't block me?
That would be like a quarter cover thing, but your sharpshooter ignores that.
Okay. That's a 23 to
That
hit.
hits.
And for piercing damage, that's 5 plus 6, 11. And then my 66 is a 23.
23 points of damage. As you look over to your left and you see Mito's fallen form, and then you look back toward the flesh golem, and you, filled with determination, knock another arrow and pierce it right through its horrible beating heart. It's still standing, but it's looking very, very rough now.
Was the 23 your?
My sneak attack.
Did you do 23 and the damage from the arrow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, making sure.
Okay.
And would that have revealed me at all?
No, you're
You
still.
were hiding from it.
Okay.
You were hiding.
Well,
from
actually, no. Like when you engage in combat, that breaks stealth.
Oh.
So you would have to do another stealth or hide if you wish to hide again.
Sure. I'll pop. Wait, is this a pillar?
Yes.
Can I?
No, probably not.
No.
You can
'Cause
stealth.
There's the. I mean,
The wall of force is there, but you can get line of sight on the Black Song.
Oh.
If that's what your goal is.
Yeah, that's
Hide in the square.
Yeah, okay. I'll hide there. That's okay. That'll just be a 20, whatever my base is, 23? 23.
Yeah, 23. Okay. The Harbinger cultist looks around frantically. He looks toward the group on the far side, and he's going to launch a fireball. As it impacts with the wall of force, it dissipates.
Nice. Okay.
That's his turn. At count 20, the Black Song's looking very desperate.
Desperate. She's barely been injured.
I mean, she's not. She's
She
got
had
no other allies.
She
at
has
this
less
point.
meat shields now.
Yeah. She is going to hold the key up once more. A necrotic wave radiates out from it. The wall of force blocks it, so none of you have to do anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Bode, however, needs to
No, Bode!
roll a con save. He rolled a natural 7, so he failed.
No,
Uh-oh.
Bode!
Bode takes 4d6 necrotic damage, so 16 points of necrotic damage. As you see, black tendrils of necrotic electricity arc their way up his metallic frame and sort of dampen and corrode it in areas. It is the Black Song's turn. She looks toward you, and she saw that the fireball was dissipated, and she says, "Oh, very clever." And she is going to, at this point, I don't know what she can do at this point. She is going to, she's going to cast Greater Invisibility on herself. Harry, if you can
I
still
have
see her.
true seeing. Yeah.
But so I'll actually keep her on the map for the sake of that, because Harry, if you can still see her just fine. But you see her basically move over here. That's going to be your turn, Mido.
She's escaping to the right.
You are unfortunately deceased. The Bodex are gone. Goff. Actually, Bode, at this point, marches forward a little bit. He's going to take one big swipe at this cultist. Connects. Doing... Oh, fuck. I fell off the table. Yep. That's 12 points of damage. You see Bode rush up to this cultist and swing one large metallic bow at it, immediately eviscerating this cultist, and he crashes to the ground. Now it's your turn.
Goff looks at Mido, and he just... I've had just about enough of this half-rate poet. And he's gonna jump down and over to Mido, and he's gonna kneel down and hold his hands out and say...
You see her try to counterspell you as you're doing this, but it fizzles against the wall of force.
And as I revivify Mido, he's just saying, "See you soon, Kalimdor." And
I look forward to it.
so she is revivify.
It automatically works. So
I
Mido,
know. She has 1 hit point. I'm gonna use healing word at second level on her.
Okay, so Mido, you feel your body drifting along the Pale River toward the City of the Dead, and as you open your eyes, you see a divine light cascading all around you, and you feel yourself pulled back as the darkness fades around you, and you find yourself lying on the floor of this room with Goff standing over you.
Well, Mido gets 11 HP back.
So you actually have 12.
Goff helps Mido up, and he says, "Let's not make a habit of this."
No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
No. And I turn to look at the Black Song, and I start walking towards her.
Well, you don't see her, by the way, but
I
I
know.
did shout that
Oh,
she was
that's right.
towards the
Sorry.
right.
Invisible.
And I look towards the right, and I
Yeah. He's invisible. Okay. All right.
I just I get in the front of everyone, and then I guess that's it.
Okay. Sissel. You do not see the Black Song anymore. You just see this Flesh Guardian. That is running toward
I'm
you.
gonna keep leading this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to fly over here, and
Okay.
I'm going to point at him and I'm gonna cast. What am I gonna cast? I know what I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna acid ball him, but like make sure I don't hit Hero.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay, so that's a 15-foot
Wait,
radius.
yeah.
It's kind of gonna be difficult.
I'll
with
be okay.
Couldn't you just put her in the corner?
It's a 15-foot radius.
Put it in the corner? Couldn't it just be
Actually,
like...
Ellen would be fine because of the force cage that's still there.
I'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Wouldn't it just be like... Couldn't you just like cast it so it gets hit in the corner like that?
Like
Yeah.
here.
Or yeah, something like that. Like, see the arrow I'm making?
Yeah.
That would, yeah. It has to be 15.
Was it 15? I thought it was 20.
15.
Oh, well then, yeah, it's even easier to
Wait,
be
15
precise then.
diameter or 15? I need to read my own
15-foot
fucking
radius.
stuff.
Radius.
Okay.
It's big radius. So it would actually probably hit you unless you angle it just
Okay.
right.
Unless I scooch further away.
Yeah. You're flying, right?
Yeah,
You can do that.
yeah. I can do that.
See that mountain?
See that mountain? You can. Okay, yeah. All right. If I put it in the middle of this line right here, it's
Yes, you'll be
Super.
fine. It would hit Ellen, but Ellen
I'll be
can-
fine.
okay.
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Okay, so you launch it.
I launch it.
Okay, and he has to make a dex save. That is a natural 19.
Well,
Fuck.
So it succeeds.
Ellen's dex save me on what's my plus?
23.
Can't you
So
use
half.
evasion or whatever?
Yeah, but
I know.
that's yeah. So no, Ellen takes no damage. The Flesh Guardian takes half, so that's going to be 12 points of damage. 12 points of acid. It's still looking pretty rough. That's your turn.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna scooch. No, I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Can she use a cantrip as a bonus action or no?
No.
It has to be a level spell.
Well, it could be a cantrip. You can actually use a cantrip as a
It has to
bonus.
be a bonus action.
But it has to be a bonus action cantrip. yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay. So
Unless
okay.
you use meta magic to make it a bonus action.
I don't have that yet.
Okay. That is the Flesh Guardian's turn. Let's see who's going to attack based upon an intelligence check. Is he going to attack Hiraeth or Sissel? That is a 15. Sissel, you see, or Hiraeth, you see him turn around and
Yeah.
glare down at you. He is going to make an attack on you. He
Okay.
raises one of his harpoon arms high and he lances it down on you. That is a 10. So that misses.
Thank God.
I love the dramatic description and followed immediately by it's a...
you see this terrible arm coming down on you, and you dodge out of the way just in time as it scrapes against the wall, the floor, and kicks up a bunch of rock. And that's going to be his turn. It is your turn.
Alright, you suck of shit. I'm going to attack him with my laser sword again.
Okay, roll your attacks.
That's a natural 20.
Hell
Yep, that
yeah.
hits.
That one's a 13, so it probably doesn't hit.
The second one does not hit. No.
Do I roll 2d10 or do I double it?
2d10 plus your modifier.
Does the sword hit for 1d10 or 2d10 normally?
1d10 if you're.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's a crit, so it's 2d10.
14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. As this creature's harpoon arm is still stuck in the ground, you take the opportunity to lunge forward with your laser sword and drive it straight through its abdomen. As you do so, it seems to lose its form as it begins to melt.
Ugh.
The flesh sloughs off its body, leaving just the barest of a skeletal construct, and that too collapses to the ground.
So it can't make a tent anymore.
Thanks, Mel.
No.
Roscoe.
Oh, my bonus action, I am going to... Oh, never mind. Never mind. Well, no, I want to cast a level 2 healing word on Maito,
Okay.
which is 2d4. 8 points of healing.
8 points to Mito.
Thank you.
Okay. Roscoe barks in no direction in particular as he cannot see the black song.
Also, can I is it a free action to just kind of point
Yes.
in this general direction?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So you can you can point and shout. That's a free action. You can.
Yeah.
Okay. Ellen, it's your turn.
Ellen's expecting to chase. So, she spreads her, the thing people do when they almost like the Obi-Wan shrug, but not quite, just enough to flare out the cape. And then they just sort of quickly transform into the wings over 6 seconds. And then she just ducks around here, knowing that
you have the
the
wings
steel
out?
tongue is there. Yes, wings are out.
All right. The cultist is dead. At the top of the round, the Black Song once more holds up the key, and she. You can't see her, of course, but you can hear her which actually kind of gives away where she is for a lot of people. So you know where she is in the general vicinity. It would still be disadvantage to hit her if you can't see her.
Don't
She
have
is.
blind sense yet.
She says, "Chains God protects me." As
Is this a spell or is this
no,
her
this is the
lair
this is
action?
this is
Okay.
the lair action. You see her form shimmer, Hiraeth, as she appears to be protected from a form of damage. You don't know what. On her turn, she shifts around to the right here, and she looks like she is going to cast a spell.
Counter spell, 4th
Okay.
level.
Fourth. Fuck. Let me just check. Let me just check what level that is. It might actually be a 5th level.
I'd still roll if that's.
No, that is a 4th level. So as she was incanting the traditional words, Harry, that you know for a dimension door to zip on out of there. It
No, I
shuts down.
I want her to fucking suffer. I know exactly what I want to do.
She looks around desperately and starts looking to the left and right. Actually, Harriet, you can see this. Nobody else can see this yet, but you're starting to notice every time she's used the key, you see these
Oh.
tendrils of necrotic blackness starting
Ooh.
to form up her arms and up her neck, and she's looking like she's sweating a little bit, and she's looking very
Someone
bad.
who could actually use it. Fuck off.
That is going to be the end of her turn. Mito,
So she is still invisible,
correct.
but I
we
know
know-
her
I've,
vague vicinity.
I've said that
I'm gonna
she can
cast
anyway.
Shatter.
Okay.
And,
You know
Yeah.
the general place where she is.
Yeah.
So where are you casting it?
so this is a 10-foot radius sphere, so that's like here-ish.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna
Yes.
cast it in that general direction.
So she
what's
has to make but hold on.
Oh shit.
On.
Oh man.
Hold on, there's a 3 in there. I don't know why, but
8? Okay, con save. Okay,
I don't know what the
Um,
3 is in there for.
she is going to. Okay, so that is a 11 plus.
Oh no, I have that on all my spells. That's because of Emily's
3.
stuff.
That is a 14 total. She looks around desperately and she says, "Oh no, she can't actually do that." Yep, she takes full damage. Okay, so that's 18 points of thunder damage as this loud ringing noise detonates roughly where she is, and she gasps and shouts from the pain of it, giving away her location yet more.
The 3, that's from my
You're
my bracelet, right?
correct. I think that is only for ones that require an attack roll.
Oh well, I don't know. I didn't put that one in there. So if you want to take off 3 from that,
No, it's
it
fine.
says-
It's fine. I'm not worrying
It
about it.
says
I
you
think
can
I
add
think
your
you I think it's
spellcasting-
because you I think it's just because you generally probably added up like a +3 modifier
No,
to as a magical. bonus?
It says when attuned to this bracelet, you can add your spellcasting ability modifier to the damage roll of any damaging spell.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. All right, that works. Okay, so yeah, 18 points of damage. All right, that's your turn.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Goff.
Is she using a reaction this round?
Wait, hold on.
She has
Bonus-
not.
I'm sorry. Can I take that back real quick?
Yes.
Bonus action. Can I eat my potion?
Yeah, you may.
I'm gonna eat it. Just like the whole. No, I'm not actually gonna eat the glass.
All the glass.
She crunches down on the glass.
If
Love
she
the cross.
counterspells, she will lose her invisibility.
No, she won't. It's greater
She's
invisibility.
greater.
Oh.
Except this lasts for 1 minute instead of an hour.
Actually, she might have to roll concentration because she just took 18 points of damage.
Oh, she did.
So that's a DC 10. She is a warcaster though. Which means she gets advantage. So that was a wow. Okay, so it was a natural 4 and a natural 7. So she actually failed. She dropped out of invisibility.
Alan.
Can counterspell only work against things that are in the spellbook, or can it also work against special item spells?
Spells only.
So
not
if I use a
magical
special,
effects.
if I use a special thing from one of my special items, like my true mark,
Yep.
she can't counterspell it.
She cannot counterspell that.
Good.
Oh no!
Goff's gonna climb up on the book. How tall is a bookcase actually?
It's like 15 feet.
Oh shit!
Bookcase.
Can I climb it?
Want to make an acrobatics check?
Or athletics.
No, just acrobatics.
Oh, really?
For climbing, because
I
this
thought
is like a
climbing was
bookcase.
athletics.
It's yeah. If you have an actual like rock surface or something that's easily climbable, this is a bookcase.
Okay, that makes sense.
I really wanted to climb the bookcase, but I don't want to risk it with an acrobatics check because I will not succeed on
Okay.
that.
What are you doing?
Thinking. Goff took cover behind the bookcase
Mhm.
for a second, and then he peeks out and sees the black song is visible again. And he says, "Okay, this is enough." And he's going to take a deep breath,
Oh no!
and he's been feeling panicked,
Oh, no.
and he's been struggling with his anger since he got back from the islands, and his Cragbreaker inherited anger problems, anger management issues. Takes a deep breath, and he envisions the golden pond, and he envisions it swirling, quickly going from calm to swirling into a whirlpool. And as he does so, everyone else sees water. Water. It looks. You know how the ocean looks when it's sunset or sunrise, and there's like little specks of gold glimmering in the ripples of the wave. Water starts materializing around him that looks like that. Like even though there's no light in the sunlight in the room, it appears around him and starts glinting and glimmering, and he starts materializing as he's pulling it out of some kind of. He's just pulling it out of nowhere, and it's a large amount of swirling water, and he starts moving around like a water bender, and just kind of gently, kind of having it orbit him. And after a couple seconds, it's a very large amount. I don't know, several gallons. I don't know, dozen gallons. I don't know, a couple dozen gallons. I don't know how much water it would be. And he opens his eyes and he steps out calmly and looks at her, and he says, "Do you think that you lie outside the balance of water? It even water corrodes those who think they are so mighty and sinks great ships. You are not free from its judgment." And I'm going to cast the duality of water.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh
Okay,
shit.
you're directing the
And
entire thing. at me.
the water will first fly out from behind Goff. It will bounce into Horaith, healing 50 HP to Horaith, and then it'll bounce all the way over to Sissel and heal her for 50 HP.
Holy shit.
What?
And
That's your 7-day power.
I know. This is fuck her, man.
So she's gonna have to make a con save or take all 100 points of
Oh
that
my
damage.
god.
Uh, hmm. She's gonna use her lucky. What's your DC?
16.
That is a 15.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So
for
as
real?
the water swirls and swirls around you, and revitalizing your allies as it launches toward her, Goff, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, is she dead?
It's up to you. Do you want to do it non-lethally?
Can
If you
I?
want to, if you want to beseech your deity to merely knock them down instead of killing them. She is the goddess of peace
you know
after
what?
all.
Goddess of what?
She is the goddess of peace after all.
Yeah. Hmm. You know, I'm trying to think because Goff. He's someone who tries to survive, and so that usually means he has to kill whatever's trying to threaten him or people that he cares about. But he needs to save Anna. Okay, non-lethal.
Non-lethal. Okay.
How
How do you want to do this?
As the water, as I'm saying what I was saying, it flows out and caresses Harath and Sissel, and then it flies back to me from the other side of the other, like near the wall of force, and then it swirls around me faster and faster, and then I just hold my hand out and it flies outward like a rapid water tentacle and just like shoots right into her, and just the whole thing just engulfs her and just tearing at her like water rapids undertow, like all of it just pulling at her, and just like she's writhing around in this like glob of water, and just like and then it finishes by slamming her up against the wall, and then
As the water comes back to you, Goff, swirling around you rapidly, your whole form and your tattoos begin to glow a light, and the Black Song looks at you glaring as she seems to be beginning to become overcome by this terrible necrotic energy from the key. And then, as you continue to glow with this divine light, as you all look upon Goff for just this barest of moments, you see a form apparating behind him. A woman in a long flowing robe with hair that's translucent like water. And it just happens for a brief second, and the Black Song's eyes go wide as the water flies toward her with incredible speed. She barely has time to say anything or hold her hands up in resistance as it engulfs her. The pressure from the water pushing in on her, the key falling from her grasp as it slams her into the back of the bookcase, and she collapses to the ground, the bookcase and the books falling on top of her. No, the bookcase, not the bookcase, just the books falling on top of her as the key clatters to the ground several feet from her grasp. That is...
it is done. And
I was going to get a really cool too, but you went first.
I'm sorry. I'm sure it was
it's
very
okay.
cool.
That was pretty cool, and I feel much better now, so it's all fine.
Alina's flying up and just shoving her hand into her mouth.
I pull the water back.
Nobody.
As the water starts to disappear the same way that it appeared, I pull it back, and
I dropped the
as
wall
the last
force.
as the last few droplets kind of dissipate, I hold my hand up and look at them, and I say, "Thank you, Grandmother." And I look back at Mido, and I just take a sigh.
Well, it's
Walden.
kind of...
Walden hops out of the out of Bode. He looks toward all of you. Well,
Thank you, Doctor.
I figured you'd need some backup.
We definitely did.
Definitely did. Do I find a fake tooth? My hand is down her. Okay.
You do not.
I toss some rope to
You
Ellen.
do see Ellen as the as you stick your hand in her mouth, she starts coughing a little bit, and her eyes start opening once more. She is beaten and badly bruised, but you can see, even though the key is no longer in her grasp, the necrotic
Goth?
Tendrils are continuing up her arms and her neck and starting to take over her face.
I climb up and I grab the key.
Make a wisdom save.
Yeah. 20.
Yep.
20.
You begin to hear the whispers of the key invade your consciousness, but you've had
In my
enough.
head, I just say no. And
You've had enough.
Stop
And you
that.
take
I
the
wrap it
initiative.
up and I place it in the bag.
Okay.
And I look at her. You get much more kindness than you deserve. And I'm going to try and remove curse from her.
As the necrosis continues moving its way up her body, and you reach out to remove curse, you've seen this before when it tried to do the same to Ellen, but this seems like it's much worse as she's been using the key actively. I need you to make a medicine check.
Okay.
Do I see
23.
As you place your hands upon the black song, channel your divine energies within her. You see the necrosis beginning to recede and move its way back away from her until it's finally gone. She coughs,
my hand is still in
and you
her mouth?
see well, your hand is now covered in a dark
I-
blood-colored ichor.
Oh.
She looks really bad, and it's possible that damage has already been done. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I'm gonna say, it's bad. Bind her. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I wanted to like tie her hands up.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
tie her hands, no problem. But she
Yeah,
looks like she's very much on the brink.
I'm gonna
right now.
try a first level healing word.
First level. Okay.
See what it
as you
does.
hold your hands upon her, and begin to channel your divine energies into her, you're fighting against something. You in your mind's eye, you see some creeping corruption.
Can I do something?
Sure. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna take out my viol. I'm going to start playing this like very low, very like kind of sad sounding song. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds a level 3 through the viol.
Okay. So I will say that will actually benefit Goff, because Goff, as you're channeling your divine magics into the Black Song with Hiraeth's music reinforcing this, and as you close your eyes and focus and meditate, and you feel that small spark of the divine as you are acting as a conduit for the goddess of peace, I need you to make a religion roll with an advantage.
Okie dokie. Ooh. 27.
Wow.
Nat 19.
Wait, I thought you had what's your modifier on religion?
Oh wait, is it not an 8?
No. I don't
Oh,
think
it's a
so.
4. So 23.
23. Still good. You feel the divine energy surging out of you and into the Black Song. And after a moment, her breath stabilizes. She looks toward you.
Does she have anything that looks like a focus on her?
She's
I mean,
wearing a
she-
necklace.
Yeah.
Taking that off.
Cecil sits down in front of her, just crisscross applesauce, and just says, "So, you thought you were more powerful than the key.
Didn't I say? Sacrifices had to be made. I have no regrets.
Sacrifices for what? Your foolish campaign. No. And do not get it twisted. You are only alive because we need you to make sure that someone very important does not die due to your machinations. Otherwise, I would have no trouble letting you die.
Well,
I don't think any of us here would really.
I don't really want her to die.
you do not understand. The old ones, the chained god, the elder eye. They cannot be stopped. They will come here. They will spell doom for this world, at least by opening the gate. Even if it brings them forth sooner, it will give us a fighting chance.
Maybe there's another way." Maybe
A
we can
foolish
give people
gambit.
maybe we can give people a fighting chance without having to necessarily cause as much death and destruction as what your plan entails. I've seen the Chained God, and so has she, and I pointed at Ellen.
I only wish to bring power to the powerless.
I know.
The Grandmaster believes the same, but they are naive.
Your methods are wretched.
Anything to get the job done.
Your methods might not even work. Even if you open the gate, what's to say that everyone's going to get magic? There's going to be people who, if we don't have any idea, it could just be a dud. And then we've brought the end sooner.
It is willing risk to take. Listen, the Grandmaster is well-meaning, but naive. They share my belief of bringing power to the powerless, but they do not understand the old ones as I do and as you do. They do not believe the deities of this world exist. They are only doing it for what they believe is right.
I'm rolling insight. That was a 19 plus 12. That's a 31.
She does not seem to be lying to you.
Okay.
Who is the Grandmaster?
She kind of grins a little bit and coughs. I never met them in person, but I always took orders through their second in command.
Did they have a code name too? Let me guess.
You haven't
The
figured it
book
out
one?
yet. All this corruption in the city guard, and you haven't figured it out. It's Captain Blackrock, the head of the city guard.
That makes sense.
Wasn't Captain Blackrock the one in charge of Anna?
Yeah.
Well,
Walden,
Yes.
do you have close contact with your friends?
I believe I can get them on a moment's notice.
Anna may be in more danger than just the trial.
Do whatever it takes.
They are not going to kill her. They need to make an example.
by the way, as she's saying this, I am pressing whatever button on that creepy doll that allows it to record a sentence.
Okay, as you press the creepy doll, it looks in your direction and says, I do not believe I wish to say that.
Oh, what?
I just stare at it and go, what the fuck?
I've been waiting so fucking long for this, you don't even know.
What?
It looks at you and says, my name is SAMAEL.
What? What?
Hang on,
Perhaps we
hang
can
on.
make a deal.
There's a fucking demon in there?
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
wait.
Wait a
What?
minute.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Mido's like, wait. I thought, okay, no, maybe I'm still dead and this is not happening. right?
Hold on.
Okay, can we
What?
put that away for now?
This is not the time. Whatever that is, to...
Goff,
Put
can we
that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
where it came from, so help me.
This is not the time. I don't know what that's about, but we are dealing with something right now. We can deal with that later.
Oh my god.
I'll talk to you later.
Just shoves it back in the bag.
Shove it back in the bag of holding.
That's a problem
Wait, no.
for the future.
It's like, wait,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
But now,
Fuck. We've been carrying that thing around? Did you hear that voice? Like, did we all hear it?
to use it.
Yep, exactly. Every time you, like, remember when you lost all your items and I pointed out that the creepy doll was there? Like, I was like, please use it, please use it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
I have to ask.
Put it back in the bag. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Sorry.
Hold on.
That was sort of a.
Let me
hasn't-
control F let me control F something really quick.
It hasn't
Sure.
been in the bag of holding. Sissel's been carrying it out of this whole time.
Have we heard the name SAMAEL before? That sounds
No.
familiar.
Nope.
We haven't? You're sure?
Nope. That is
Okay.
correct.
Okay. I just want to make sure that wasn't some like thing
No,
we heard about.
it's just a.
It sounds familiar to me. I don't know why.
It is a name.
It is.
I
It is.
literally-
I know,
I
but
literally
The
just
name
made
of
it
a
up on the
demon,
spot.
So
Oh, I thought it sounded like we'd heard it in the context of the game.
No.
Anyway,
No,
okay.
no. I think I know where you're thinking it now. Well, that happened.
You're certain they will not kill her there.
No, they have greater plans.
What are they?
I don't know. I believe they need her help to open the gate.
Of
Maybe a
course. they do.
sacrifice. Maybe something else.
And if we bring you in, how likely are you to give the truth on what good are you now?
You may have,
Maybe
you may have
What?
imprisoned me, but my mind is still free. I will do as I will.
could be a chance to to invest yourself in a different route of protecting this universe from the old ones.
Make a
If that is what you
persuasion
so
check.
wish. What?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that's
You
not
can
good
use
for
this.
me.
You've got your +4.
You've got your
True.
wisdom modifier.
You miss 100% of the
Oh,
shots that I
shit!
take.
-1 +4. 21. That's a pretty good roll for a charisma skill.
Her eyes fall a little bit, and you see this internal conflict within her. I will think about what you said. At that moment, Goff, she seems very weak, and she grips, but nonetheless, she grips your arm for just a moment, or as much as her small hand can get around your large wrist. And she grips it with a surprising force, given
How fucked up she is.
how small she is and how weak she is. And she says, "Listen to me. If you free Liza one day, tell my mother that I only did what I thought was right, and that I am sorry."
Oh my god.
At this point, you actually see Walden walk off
I-
a little bit, and he sits down on the steps.
I lean in closer to her and I
Is
Get
she
really
in
close to her
tiefling
face.
form, or does she?
She's in tiefling
I-
form right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
and I look closely at her and I pull my mask up. Does she look like Liza? I guess she wouldn't, because that's right. I'm sorry. I can't see Liza. I don't know what Liza's true form looks like. Never mind. Sorry. That was really
There
that was
are-
so neat. That was so dramatic for something that doesn't matter.
There are elements to her facial structure.
Okay.
There's if it wasn't for this horrendous battle that you've all just been part of,
But there's parts of her.
there's a gentleness to some of her features that remind you of Liza. Yes.
Mm-mm.
And she lets, as you get closer, she lets go of your hand and she kind of averts her gaze a little bit and looks away.
Gods above.
You see Walden over on the steps sitting down. He's just sort of holding his head in his hands.
I will. And I will free her. Or I will die trying.
Is the dreaming a physical place or a?
And it was I who trapped her there.
If you trapped her there, what can you tell me about getting her out?
Or getting there in the first place?
When you find her, you will have to find a way into the dreaming to rescue her.
Is her body in this world?
Yes,
But you don't know where.
I do. It is where our people are.
Where are they?
At the base of the mountain.
No.
The throne.
But yes.
We
with the dragons.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to climb that damn mountain.
There. We tried to go there once. Cannot. But
She is looking like she's... I mean, despite what you've done to help her, she's still very tired and very weak at this point, and you see sweat accumulating on her brow from the exertion of the fight that you just all had. And she says, "If you don't mind, I'm going to rest my eyes."
Of course.
she's not dying. She's just
She's
passing out.
just passing out.
Okay.
She's just tired. I'm just gonna go to Walden and say, "You okay?"
He looks up for a moment. He looks over at you and he just gives you a weak smile. He says, "Oh, I'll be fine."
Well, so, do you know if any other of your companions came from another plane?
He raises his eyebrows a little bit and he says, "Well, it's two of them so far. Unless you're gonna find out that your parents were fey creatures, I'd hope that's it."
Oh, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised.
Cecil just sort of squints at Ellen.
Sherry sneezing in the distance.
Ellen like notices and just like, "Would you be surprised if I was part Fae?"
I don't know, or do you look fake?
Can you
I've never seen
believe?
fake.
Can you believe?
Well, this has been a messed up day already. What time is it? It feels like it's been in the whole. It's only morning, right?
It's
No, it feels like I've died today.
it's like maybe 9 in the morning.
You did die.
Michael,
Speaking of,
Yeah,
as you're
I-
saying that,
Yeah.
you hear a chime.
Oh.
And
You're a
Mido,
dunce.
you fall to the ground once more, and
Oh.
you all blink, and find yourself standing within Kellenbor's clock tower.
Is Walden with us?
Oh,
No.
Okay.
hey, old guy.
You
Am I
know the
with
rules.
them?
second
Your
person
your
is first.
your soul is floating above a large
Oh, great.
set of balancing scales.
Am I like conscious of this
No.
or?
No, you are unconscious. You don't see any of this. As you are basically within the area between life and death right now, your friends are all standing around as Kellenvor is sitting at his table, flipping through a book. Well, who will take the gambit?
I will. You got any better?
We shall see if the winds of fate
Hurry.
favor this day.
Are you sure?
Well, you don't get to have all the fun.
You call this fun?
No, I don't think it's fun at all.
Did Roscoe get out of that cage?
Nope, that's for
No!
stuck in there for an hour.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't have any more spell points, so I can't get him out.
Okay,
Oh.
well, we'll wait, I guess.
Take a long rest.
Sorry, go ahead
Sure.
with what was happening.
So, Hirith, as you say that, he motions to the opposite seat.
I will sit.
This will be a simple game this time. Simple rolls of the dice. He motions his hand over the top of the table, and as he moves it away, you see a number of different sided dice appear there. The way this game is going to work is you are going to roll. Each of us are going to roll opposing D4, D6, D8, and D10s, and tally them up, and whoever gets the highest wins.
Okay.
This is going to be a once only because it was a roof of a pie. And we have to roll,
Okay.
so it's just
Oof.
roll them in roll 20.
Oh, okay. So it's a
1d4,
6.
1d6, 1d8, 1d10. So, whenever you wish to begin.
Yeah. Do I go first?
We can do it at the same time. 3,
Okay, I'm
2,
ready.
1, go.
Oh.
2.
Oh.
Damn, the 9!
Oh.
I have the worst dice luck.
Your eyes just is like
Not
leaning her
always,
hand.
not always.
leaning-
I'm just
leaning her
saying.
hand in her palm and just kind of grinning up at him. What can I say, old man? Whims of fate and all that.
Don't.
Very
All right,
well.
don't. It's,
No,
But
this guy's my buddy.
This is the second time this one has died. The third time will not be so forgiving. You can take her.
Yeah,
That's all.
we're going to have to talk to her about that.
I take.
Hey, what the fuck? That's not my fault.
You have a delusion. You
As-
literally keep saying you won't die, and you keep dying.
As they're bickering, I lean towards them. I say, "Fuck, I truly take no pleasure in this. I hope we do not have to meet again. May you carry on with your business gladly."
There is a certain balance to this world and to this universe that must be maintained. And every time I allow a soul to slip back into the material realm, I am disrupting that balance.
I understand.
There will not be too many more of these.
We've got to
Well,
stop
That
meeting
one
like
at-
this.
For that one at least.
I'm trying my best to prevent this from happening at all.
There will come a time when the toll must be paid instead.
Very well.
He looks towards you, Goff, and as he looks towards you, you gain an innate understanding of essentially of what he means by that. Mechanically, what that's going to mean is that on the third and further times, there will be no gambling. It will.
It's
be
just a
paying
pit
toll.
toll to pay.
Yes,
Okay.
with an increasing tolls, the more they die.
Yeah. I say, if you speak with, I don't know if you'd ever contact your disciples, but if you speak with your Pale River, tell him I'm praying for him.
That one is faithful for as much as he can be. His world is one of great suffering and great death. I abhor the undead. I give him my power so he may grant them peace.
We share something in common. Well, he may have killed my friend the first time, but I do not want him to fail in protecting what he cares about.
Well, I believe you have things to do. I have
Yes.
an unending, unchanging city to watch over.
Carry on.
Very well. Just
Bye,
feel
little
this
fella.
rush. What's that?
Bye, old fella.
You feel this rush of wind as he seems to shrink back from your sight, and darkness closes all around you, and the darkness fades, and you find yourselves standing once more in the room.
That room. I never will feel comfortable in that room, I don't think.
I don't think you're expected to.
Yeah, I don't think
No,
It's not really a place for the living.
he seems like
Did we-
a lonely guy.
Do we disappear when that happens? Or do we just like go into like a mental state?
kind of go into like a, yeah.
Okay, so Walden didn't see us leave.
Walden just saw Mito collapse and all of us just go into a trance.
Just all of us start dissociating. Like,
Exactly.
heavily.
I turn to Mito and I say, Mito, I know it's not your fault, but
Please stop dying.
Hey, shut up.
if you,
This is not my fault.
You are
It's
legally
not your-
forbidden from saying
it's
that
not
you
your
can't.
fault. I'm just telling you. The next time, if this happens again, we will pay more than just to gamble. This goes for any of us if it happens too much. I don't think that it was for lack of trying. We just...
It was bad luck.
Bad luck, yes. She was incredibly insistent on keeping me from doing my damn job.
Well, I would do if I was a angry bard hell-bent on bringing about the end of the world.
Gotta be careful with us, you know.
Yeah. You play nice music, but you're so sneaky.
I wink.
So,
Our friend is still in a bit of a predicament. And I point at Roscoe.
No,
Was Roscoe
I
with
put my
us?
hand on
I would
He's-
give
I
him
put
out.
my hand on the
He's
walls.
pawing at the force cage and he's whimpering as he's
I-
kind of sliding off
I'd
of it.
get him out, but I can't do anything
He's
else.
doing like one of
today.
those little dances, you saw the dog, the dog
Yeah.
dance on the.
Yeah.
He
I
is
put-
sold.
I
the
put my
iron soul
hands.
dog.
Yeah,
I put my hands on the forest cage to like try and match them with his paws.
he's whimpering.
We'll stay with you, buddy.
I can tell that Harath is probably pretty winded from using all of her spell points.
Yep.
Well, I think that if we can avoid it, maybe we try to avoid fighting anyone else today.
Yes, let's do that.
What are we going to do about Dana then?
Getting too old for
We
that.
have more time.
She's
We
in
do.
she's in the care of someone who they're not going to kill her now, but we can't trust them.
Definitely not. Let's warn the attorney. I think perhaps he'll have some ideas of.
We don't have proof.
No, but maybe, we would have to get her to cooperate with us. We have a witness.
She seemed to consider the thought of helping us.
If she's under certain spells, she can lie. She might be able to resist them.
Let's.
I sit up against the wall.
Hey,
to
hey,
Roscoe.
What's up?
I know this is probably a project for like later, much later, but would you happen to know how to make those fancy vacuum chains?
If I had the materials, I could probably make them. Making chains is not that difficult.
Well,
Yeah, it
the
would take you
spell-
some time because the actual evacuum ore would need to be refined, and it's very delicate to work with to keep it from
Okay.
blowing up.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm asking specifically about the anti-spellcaster chains. If she knows how to do that.
Chains or manacles?
They're
The
manacles.
manacles, sorry.
Well, we have some Evacuum.
It would cost a lot of money too to get that evacuum.
We have some. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's enough.
But
Did you?
we also have
You have
a
a
steel
necklace.
song who knows how
That's
to
true.
work
That's
the
that's
vacuum.
not nearly enough.
But like the steel songs know how to work.
Yes,
the
Hirate certainly
Yeah.
knows how. She's worked it all her life.
Okay.
Well, how long does that box last?
An hour.
Well,
Well,
might
we
as well
have
sit down.
We'll take a short
pick a
rest.
book.
yeah, I guess we could take a rest.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this book for an hour.
Hey,
I'd like-
Black Song, any good books in here?
She's
Any-
unconscious.
Oh, right.
I make sure that
Can I very
I-
surreptitiously look her over and see if she has any cool magical stuff?
Yeah, you can give me an
I
investigation.
think
check.
someone took her necklace. I don't know if that's
Yeah, it was
magical.
just a focus.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know. I rolled a 2.
She doesn't look like
she,
that.
Shit.
she appears to be humanoids.
Hey, oh, what you looking at her for?
Just to see if she had any, just see if she had any cool bard stuff. You know.
I love looking for things. So, investigation 16 plus 12 is a 28.
You look her over and she's doesn't really have much of anything on her.
Okay, I just want to check.
No,
Um,
I
sorry.
mean, Cecil got a cool staff once, so I gotta check. Make sure.
Yeah,
Of course.
because I gave an NPC magic items that you captured, and I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Well, to be fair, that was technically the loot for that arc. So I
Oh.
was, yeah.
Hey, any
I-
good books around here? If I look for a good book, do I have to roll investigation?
some of
Yeah,
them
give
are
me an
ruined,
investigation.
probably.
A lot of them are ruined. As you pull one off at randomly off the shelf, you take a look at it. It's in
17
a language you
plus
do not
12.
understand.
It's 29.
Yeah, you pull one off the shelf that has a weird inscription on the side in a strange script, and you look it over. You can't
Does
understand.
it look
any
like
of it.
the script from the journal Walden
Yes,
read?
it does.
Hey, no, I won't have him read it.
No.
Hey, Walden, what does this say?
As you're looking
No.
through stuff, like you notice that Walden's been tinkering with Bode a little bit, trying to repair a little bit of the damage that was done to him during the fight. And every so often he kind of gazes over his shoulder back at the Black Song, takes a long look, and then he goes back to tinkering.
Do you know her?
No, I've never met her before.
I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Yeah.
Mine's a natural 20, so that's
Ooh.
Well, he seems truthful about the
Plus-
fact that he's never met her before, but you do sense a twinge of when he says it. There's like some doubts in his mind or
That's
something.
a 28.
Yeah, something in his demeanor and about his response that seems uncertain.
Walden. I think we're beyond this.
Did you know Liza had a daughter?
No, I didn't. And he kind of looks down at the ground. His face looks very sad.
What?
What's wrong?
Yeah.
I thought she died a long time ago, and then you come and tell me she's alive. And this one's her daughter. It's been an interesting day.
It's a lot.
I just need time to process it all. That's all.
Of course. Well, it would be nice if we knew, if we could get to her. We've told you about us trying to get to the throat of the world, right?
I don't remember. I think maybe at one point you did.
There are dragons there. It's
Incredible.
bad.
They're inexplicable. They are affected by some kind of curse that affected the beast of Blackvine well. We tried
We'll have
to
to find a way. We'll have to find a way across the wastes and find a way to deal with them.
Yes.
Definitely.
We tried,
Especially-
and we were stopped abruptly. There we had no chance.
It came out of the ground and sort of ambushed us, and giant meteors of ice sort of started raining down. I think that was a spell it cast. It
Yeah.
was.
Then we
a
super
lot.
died.
Well,
Yes.
can't have that. I might have to pick your brains earlier for what you know. Maybe I can start putting something together now.
That would be.
It would take me
Great.
quite some time to develop something, but maybe I'll have some
Well-
ideas a few months from now.
That sounds like a good idea. That way, we can get to. Now that we know where Liza is, we can get to saving her.
I would like that.
Can I do something during this
Sure.
long rest after that
Short rest.
conversation's
Short
over?
rest.
Short rest, yes, that's what I meant.
By the way, I know we're still in the middle of the session. We've got a little bit left to go. But after the next long rest, congratulations, level 12.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna wait till everyone
Are we
else
taking a
is
short
done.
rest? I guess we are.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta wait
We're
anyway
waiting
because
for
Roscoe's stuck in there for an
Roscoe.
hour.
Yeah, that's why we're taking the short rest
Right.
anyway. Inquisitive.
I'll play Song of Brass, so if anybody takes
Everybody or Roscoe who's still in the force cage.
Oh, poor baby.
everybody can get an extra D8 if they roll for the
Oh.
things.
Cecil's reading her book, so.
Okay,
Ellen's-
so I have-
Well,
was
I'm
looking for
making
a
some
book
nice
in-
music for you to read to then.
Ellen's looking for a book that she can understand.
well,
Poor Roscoe got to do literally nothing the
Yeah. Oh no.
whole fight.
How much do we get from healing song, rest song?
It's
Hell.
oh wait, let me roll
You have to
it.
roll it.
Yeah,
Oh.
Roll a d8.
an extra 3.
Yay.
Do I get
That
plus
poor
1?
flesh golem, I don't think landed a single attack.
It landed an attack on Mido.
Didn't
Oh
it
my-
kill Mido?
Well, when it only because it's advantage, and and she already had one death save.
It's one hell of an attack to land, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Plus how much again, Alex? It was 3?
3.
3 additional HP on top of whatever hit dice you spend. So, if you're all taking a rest after an hour, the force gauge fades, and Roscoe immediately runs up and runs to the nearest
Aw.
person and licks their face and jumps
Oh,
up
I
on the
pet
and then runs to the next
him.
person and does the same.
Oh, oh, Roscoe, I'm reading.
Can I-
Poor
You give him
dog.
a big hug.
Sorry, Roscoe. I couldn't really get in and out twice.
Can I pull Goff aside for a second from the party?
Sure.
Mido gives Goff a very serious look and puts a hand on his shoulder. Listen, Goff, I thank you for saving me twice now. But you said there's gonna be a toll if this happens again?
I have come to understand that if you die a third time, he will not let us gamble. If we want to save you, we'll have to sacrifice something. And I don't know what the magnitude of that sacrifice will be. I have some backup plans in mind, but they're morbid to think about.
Don't, listen, you just let me go if that happens, okay?
No.
I've already died twice. I shouldn't be here still. I won't let you guys make a huge sacrifice for me.
There is no should or shouldn't. The whims of fate can be changed.
Just please
I have
don't.
made a commitment to this,
And I hold my right hand up, or Goff holds his right hand up and kind of like frames the blue heart on the back of his hand with his other hand.
Even if it takes all that I have, I'm not letting you go. None of you. You can't change my mind.
And I put my hands on my face and I rub my face. I'm like, you're even more stubborn than me. What is the blue heart tattoo on us?
It's on the back of our hand.
So I just kind of hold it up and
Yes, as much as I've distanced myself from it, I inherited that from my family.
just keep it in mind, okay? I'm gonna do everything in my power to not die, because I don't die.
Even
That's the last time I'm saying it. I promise.
Ugh.
I put my pinky out for Goff.
you know,
Pinky promise.
even if all odds work against me, I will continue to work. I know of something that not even Kellamgor can stop. It is a ways away from my ability, but just know this. I will do everything in my power in every moment to prevent you or anyone from staying gone. At least until nature dictates it truly to be so. But I will find a way to bring you back if something prevents me from doing it sooner.
And I hold my pinky out.
Aw, the new pinky promise. I think Goff knew what that was.
I think we've done it before.
Oh yeah,
Or at least witnessed people do it before.
yeah. It's the strongest pinky promise in the whole
party.
party. And I promise not to die anymore.
Fido,
I have people to live for now. I won't throw myself.
You didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't your fault. This wasn't
Really?
carelessness.
It really wasn't. Poor
No, and before the first time,
Yeah, the first time it wasn't my fault either.
nothing you've done was careless. Though I am becoming superstitious that you saying that is bringing some kind of karma upon you.
Okay, yes, I'll stop.
I,
Promise.
in terms of what actually happened, nothing you did was foolish. It seems that the powers against us in this world have just grown even more concerned with preventing us from doing what we want or need to do. We just had to be as careful as we can and hope. I can't keep calling on Eldath. It is incredibly straining. And I don't want to take advantage of her. Anyway, I'm rambling.
Just listen, listen, if it's too much, I know you're not gonna listen to me on this, but I don't want you to lose anything for my sake.
If I lose you or anyone here, I have lost something. That's the way it is.
Seriously, you are worse than me. I can't with this. I like rub my face again, and I just give him a hug.
He returns the hug.
Okay, enough of that.
Maybe next
Emotions.
time we can ask Walden to come with us the first time we enter a room with someone who wants to kill us.
Yeah. Use Bode. What does that stand?
What?
What does Bode stand for, anyways?
What does Dr. Walden,
Why
what
don't
does
you
it
ask?
stand for?
You'll have
Did
to
you hear
ask
that?
Christopher. He came up with the acronym.
Did you hear that?
What?
Was Ellen listening to our conversation?
Oh wait, were you not?
Yeah, I pulled Goff to the side.
Sorry.
No. Elven ears, man.
I get. Well,
Yeah.
Goff just said. I have no idea.
Okay, well now I'll ask Ellen.
Maybe you could ask him.
And then I shout, and this is an echoey room, so I do shout this a little bit. And so it echoes. Hey!
Goff just,
Walden!
like, cringes.
It's like, Walden! What does BODE stand for?
He just looks at you and he says, you'll have to ask Christopher. He's the one who devised it.
I love that canon.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Yes, Deep Christopher.
Oh.
Oh, I thought we went over this.
We
Now
did.
I'm walking back to the group with Goff.
We did.
We
Luma
should,
also went over it with
I
me.
give Roscoe a jerky.
We should bring we should take her to. Is the city guard a good idea to take her to?
I gotta go, but
Oh.
Hirai's going to be just completely mentally blitzed from using all her mana, so
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
dazed.
She's dissociating.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to autopilot her. Whatever you
Okay.
need
She's
to.
on autopilot.
Dr. Walden
Okay.
says,
Alex.
Bye.
bye.
Hey, Alex.
Dr. Walden says, it may not be a good idea to bring it to the authorities at this point, given what we know now. I would suggest perhaps my allies can assist me in keeping an eye on her. And he kind of pops open the hatch on the top of Bode, and he says, "If you wish, you can stick her in here. So
Oh,
Is there any way that will stop her from casting spells in there? Because
we
you
have her
can-
focus.
we do,
But-
but she can still.
She didn't have any materials on her, did she? Components?
Dimension Door can still
But
doesn't need
you need
anything.
components, don't you? If you don't have
No,
focus?
Dimension Door is verbal only.
Yeah.
Oh, there are some spells that
She
she
does
can
look
still-
tapped out though on similar
But if
to
she
Harry, she looks
if she
tapped
wakes
out.
up if she wakes up again, she'll have full.
After a long rest.
Okay, well,
It's up to you. You can
I
decide
mean,
what you want.
the thing is, we don't. Haraith has no spell casting, so it's just like I figured if we were gonna do something else significant, at least in terms of fighting, we would need to, or put ourselves in danger. We would probably need to take another day.
Yep, it's up to you.
Uh,
But for the time being, I mean, what do you want to do with her?
Walden, do you have any sort of anti-magic restraints?
I'm afraid not.
We really do need to get some.
She is. Well, you watching her with your
You can
allies.
simply bind her mouth, and then she won't be able to speak.
That's
That
true.
is true.
That's fair. You just have to be incredibly careful. She.
I believe that. Let me check something. I believe that I have an ally who may be able to, what's the word? Create a zone that is silent. Prevent her from speaking.
Whatever it takes. Just know that. I've never met your allies, but I'm trusting you. And just keep her from. Keep her safe. Don't hurt her. Just. Don't let her do anything. Until we
course,
can
I-
deal with.
I wouldn't allow it. So
Until we can figure out a way to deal with Blackrook and whatever the Blue Sun Tavern is.
We'll
Very
come
well.
check up on you when we can.
He nods. Very well. It's
Um,
been
I-
a long morning.
I make sure to bind her mouth and everything.
We need to talk about Captain Blackrook to somebody.
Who can we trust? Clearly not them.
Honest
Blackmore
lawyer.
seems...
Are we
The-
sure we can trust him?
He is
Who did you say?
he has
Her lawyer,
Oh,
Leovan.
Edmund, yes. He's been nothing but forthright so far. And there was the one honest cop that
Detective Blakemore.
that's Detective Blakemore, yes.
I think it might be...
But does the Mr. Leovan, does he work for the city guard?
No, he does not.
No. Okay, but Blakemore does.
Blakemore
Blakemore
does, but I feel
does.
like it might be a good idea to maybe...
But
Not
but
tell her
he
everything.
she seems like she seems like an honest cop. She was the way she reacted, especially to her partners. She was very willing to help us take down her partner.
If you're saying that, then I believe it. You're a pretty good judge of character.
But how do we don't have any proof.
We don't, but I
have
think
to-
even...
We can share our sorry, my brain. We can share our I suppose our concerns, and then we'll begin and then we'll begin an investigation into him also.
She can choose to believe us or not, but I think if
Mhm.
she's really worth her salt the way I think she is and the way Ellen seems to think she is, then she'll at least give it some thought.
Mhm.
The only
And
way we can offer any sort of
she might be able to even help us to provide evidence if from inside the city guard.
If I understand how this whole system works correctly, I believe the only way we can prove anything is if the Black Song tells them, correct?
Not
Might
the
not
only
be
way.
the only way.
The Black Song's testimony is a start, but if we can find evidence on our own without the Black Song's testimony that would corroborate the testimony, it would just make our case all the stronger.
And also, you know how you tend to... Sometimes you don't see something unless you're looking for it? Maybe if Blakemore is at least aware that something shady's going on, she might be able to find something that we can't.
Mm-hmm. And Leovin, I think, should also know this. He, I think, is genuinely concerned for Anna's safety, so it's only fair that he knows.
Yeah.
Do you think this evidence we could find otherwise could be the other lead we had? Or do you think it's unrelated? I mean, someone had to... They said in the note the financer, correct? Someone had to hire that group to interfere with Anna's vault. Do you think...
He very well may have been the one who hired them.
Is Blackrock a lady or a dude?
It's a dude.
Okay. I've been imagining a lady this whole time. Well,
You've
gender is a construct.
you've met him before.
Okay, I just don't remember. It's not important.
You met him when all of the a number of times, but most prominently when all of those monsters attacked the Chancellor's office.
Yeah.
You were
Right.
protecting them
Yeah,
from
I just don't remember.
the undead.
It was a while ago.
We should have let the monsters eat him.
We didn't know.
I know.
Hindsight is crystal clear, isn't it?
It
Okay,
is.
so... I think... with Horaith as she is... I don't think it's... I have a feeling that if we are to go into another location... well, when you're trying to get information that is not readily available... we're probably going to provoke something hostile. Unless things go well, but we have to assume they won't.
That's a fairly safe bet.
Do you think... I don't want to waste more time, but I just think that it's maybe best if we take a moment and just...
Lay low for a little bit. Maybe go see the detective and just give the what information we can.
I can go scout it out, not go in myself, and just sort of observe, and then that way I can come back with a report and and we can come up with a plan of attack, if you will.
Fair. I think I need to go sit at the temple for a little while. I feel it's been... I just need a moment.
Of course.
Alright, so should we run what information we can and go
Yes.
from there?
Mm-hmm.
Walden, thank you.
Of course, my friends.
Please just, again, be very careful with her.
I will.
Hey.
A
And
lot of questions. I have a lot of questions myself.
make sure that whoever your friends are, I don't know, just make sure they don't hurt her.
I won't allow them to.
Good.
Side note, out of character, Leah's gonna lose her shit.
Marion is going to
I mean, you've already seen a tiefling.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah,
That's,
it's-
yeah, that's true. Now there's more than
Hello? Hello?
one.
How could you forget?
Pashiri hasn't seen another tiefling in a long time.
Yeah, she's not.
I care not for what she has done, but I care about Liza. I don't know what Liza would want to happen to her, so... Until further notice.
Very well. If you could give me a hand.
Yeah.
Kind of he motions to the hatch on boat.
I help get her in there.
Okay, so you kind of put her inside. There's nothing on the inside, by the way. I mean, this is there's like a compartment essentially for sitting in, and there's a lot of mechanics and mechanical gears and contraptions all around it.
Hasn't gotten to decorating it yet.
No, I mean, there's no like controls or anything, so it's not like she could hijack it.
That would be a weird image.
Yeah. So you put her in, and Dr. Walden closes and seals the hatch so that it can't be opened from the inside. He says, "A little inventor's key," and he kind of like shows a little kind of like turn key that he has, and he pockets it.
Right. Let's.
Catch you later, Walden.
You know, it's
I hold out a hand to him.
he extends his hand and he shakes your rather large hand.
I wrap my
probably
entire hand around
shakes.
his tiny fist.
Oh my god.
He looks a little intimidated, but he nods, and next to him, his large mechanical servant just stands up on its whole form, rising up to about 12 feet tall, and he looks at you and just says, "Bold."
I pat Bode on the face. On the cheek.
It makes like a mechanical purring sound.
Oh my god.
I've strangely missed you.
All right.
Alright.
So, as you all head out and make your plans for how you're going to proceed with this new information about Captain Blackrook with the Black Song effectively incapacitated, I think that is a good place to end tonight's session.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I started recording from the moment I got
I
it. So like
figured.
the first half is not there, but
Well, it wasn't that long. I think you missed like the first few turns of first few people who went.
okay.
You missed the incredibly harsh start we had, where
Woohoo! I saw it when I came in.
yeah, we got
Yeah,
hit by
that's-
2 guns of cold, and then shit just.
That was their only cause of cold. Their goal was to just burst the shit out of you and get you down as quickly as possible.
I mean, we
But
still
that
had
mass ejection turned the tide. If it weren't for that, the Black Song would have been able to cast more offensive spells, and
Yeah.
the one mage who didn't get mind control. I mean, they were both gonna fireball you.
Oh
That-
man.
What was the mass suggestion?
What I said was, you know she's gonna turn on you, right? Attack the Black Song.
Yeah.
And then
And
she turned half the enemies.
I made the mistake of not forgetting. I guess I didn't look too close. That the Bodex and the Flesh Guardian are immune to charm, so they shouldn't have been charmed by it. But
Yeah, I definitely wasn't counting on that to like work, especially on those. So I was just like, okay, Cecil's powers occasionally warp reality, the rules of reality, and then they go back to normal.
yeah, I've done that before. I make mistakes sometimes.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah. So let me turn this spooky music off.
Sorry, I had to use the necklace of fireballs and one of your
That's
potions
okay.
now.
It was good.
As long as it did like its job. To be I would have wanted you, to be honest, to run right up to her, like grab the necklace and then just toss it at Ellen's own feet.
Oh my
I mean, she wouldn't have had to do that. She could have just thrown it from far away.
But listen,
God.
you gotta do it for the drama.
Alan would have evaded it.
the
Is the
drama.
point.
Yeah. Got it? You have to do it for the drama.
11d6 damage.
Oh my god. Yo, the fucking doll.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the height of fucking comedy. Is the fact that we're just like, oh, we're not dealing with this now, and just put it back in.
Jesus.
And
Living-
just stuff it in the bag of
I've been
holding.
holding that for so long and just so disappointed. Like, well, I guess.
See,
this is never gonna happen.
I was extremely like I was holding on to that for like because like I was like, oh yeah, if we need to like record somebody like doing a thing, like if we need to record like something incriminating, we can use that. And
Yep.
then
There's a devil inside.
You.
And then my name is SAMAEL. Okay, no, and then just
Yeah,
shove it
it's
into the bag.
it's basically just as good.
That was like perfect. Like
That was
comedy
amazing. I
right
just want to
there.
say
Oh
that
my
was so
fucking God.
fucking funny. Is Goff's just like, no.
Just
don't
such a
have time.
massive what the
We don't
fuck
have
moment.
time for this.
We don't have time for you right
We
now.
don't have time for this right now. That's
Well,
my Goff impression.
And
I wanted
I
to
can
be-
just imagine when he comes out, like, excuse me? We'll forget about him for a couple weeks in the bag of holding.
Oh yeah, this gif is what has happened.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite scenes in One Piece. It's so good.
Yeah.
They're there. Luffy's so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's-
let's hope that if we have to have another fight, that it's not that as bad as that one, because I don't have my big move anymore.
Oh
Or
wow.
at least I don't. Hopefully, I don't get shut down for the entire game fight.
Listen, it's not my fault. I'm not even like rushing in headlong.
It's not your fault.
Yeah,
no.
no,
you
it
just,
was just
you got
it
very
was,
screwed by those bad saves.
Yeah, it was just luck of the draw, and I was trying to decide whether or not to like
I mean, he
Put
raised
a
probably
wall-
you out of it by giving you inspiration, so you could have added that to your save.
I could have like put a wall of force like around Mido, like a hemisphere, but then Mido wouldn't have been able to be healed, and it would have left the rest of us open to everything from the Black Song. And so I was like, okay, I'm hoping I can distract it, and that didn't work. But
Other than the Cone of Cold, she didn't have a lot of like super offensive spells.
We
She
didn't
used
know
her
that.
seventh. I mean, she had a lot of support and crowd control spells, and she had a couple of 7th level spells, but she used her 7th level slot on the Force Cage instead of the other things, which could have been a lot like spicier.
yeah,
I don't know. Walking
Yeah,
down
sure.
2 party members for like
yeah, holy shit.
Yep.
the whole fight.
know, that
pretty
was- that-
spicy. It's
That was the
I
plan.
didn't-
Like she was
I'll be
playing
right back.
tactically. She was like, "Well, I can't let the cleric get involved, and one of those folks looks particularly dangerous, so let's just keep them from out of the fight."
I knew it.
Dog.
I knew it. I'm a big threat.
Oh man.
She was going to try to lock down as many people as possible. She assumed that Hiraeth, being a bard, knew how to do the same thing as she did. So she was going to try to basically lock down as many people in the Force Cage as she could, except for Hiraeth, so that Hiraeth only would have to burn through her spell slots in turns, selecting who got out.
Hot diggity. I'm gonna stop recording and upload this.
Yeah.